Greetings, friends. I'm AK.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Chainsaw Girls. On today's episode, we are covering my favorite installment of the Friday the 13th franchise, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Part 8.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'm so pumped.
1989 up in this bad boy.
That is correct.
At the time of this recording, I found this streaming on Pluto.
I own it, so I just watched what I had.
The flex that you just dropped. She went, I own it. I didn't have to watch ads like you. I love Pluto for giving us these free movies, but also I'm like, Pluto.
A lot
These
of
ads every 10 minutes, please.
And they're long and
You're
they're loud.
killing me.
Yeah, no, for real.
But I mean, beggars can't be choosers, so thank you, Pluto.
Hey, listen, we love Pluto. We love Tubi.
Yeah.
We love it.
You know, I am so excited to talk about this movie. It is wild. It is Laura's favorite, as she just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
We did a ranking before of Friday the 13th movies, the franchise.
Yeah.
And I think I had this pretty far down my list.
You surely did. Same with Jason X.
Possibly the lowest. Actually, no. I think Jason Goes to Hell I had at the bottom. And this might have been second to last place, to be honest with you. But I do have it, like usual, I have a new appreciation once I actually watch it and break it down scene by scene.
I absolutely understand why people didn't like this installment. Okay. It's called Jason Takes Manhattan when it should be Jason Takes Vancouver.
Yeah.
Because most of it is shot in Vancouver.
Yeah.
However, the shots of him in Times Square, honestly, for me, make the entire ride worth it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think he's terrifying in this one.
Oh, he is. He is absolutely terrifying.
It's Kane Hodder, who plays Jason.
We love
him. We stan. Do you know he did a fire stunt many years ago before he was Jason, and it burned. He had third-degree burns on like 80% of his body or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
We love Kane Hodder.
We do.
And he's a great Jason. And he's very scary in this.
Yes.
He's also covered in slime the entire movie.
I was just going to say he looks like he's covered in slime.
He is.
Yeah.
It's literal slime. But I love this. I love this movie. And I also love Jason X, which we covered in an earlier episode. So Jason Takes Manhattan was written and directed by Rob Hedden. It had a $5.1 to $5.5 million budget. I couldn't get an exact number, but it grossed $14.3 million. So it's definitely not the highest grossing.
No, but for being one that a lot of people, you know, it wasn't their favorite, it still profited.
And
it sounds like
this was one of the highest budgets. I think at this point, this was the highest budget.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Like I said before, filming primarily took place in Vancouver, British Columbia, and they reused the same alley like over and over.
Oh, I noticed.
Just redressed differently.
Yeah, I could see that. They did shoot a few scenes in actual Times Square.
They did, just not very many.
Yeah, because I guess it was just too expensive.
Very expensive. Yes, very expensive. And so they had to get creative. And I mean, originally there was, in the original script, there was a whole chase scene on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, I read that the director also wanted to do like a boxing match in Madison Square Garden. He had all of these plans and they were like, that's too expensive. We know this is your highest budget, but you still don't have like a New York City money like that.
That's right. And that's why they had to, you know, do a lot of it on the boat, and they had to obviously shoot in Vancouver. And it absolutely, you know, it's funny because Scream 6 is also supposed to be in New York City, and they shot a lot of it, I think, in Montreal.
Okay.
And it's just, if you're gonna make a movie that's supposed to be in New York City, that's like the focal point of the film, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's called Jason Takes Manhattan.
Right.
I feel you have to show it has to be New York.
It has to be.
Or else people are disappointed.
Yeah, and they were.
I wasn't, but they were.
But yeah, they could have just named it something differently, and I think the reception would have been different, because then you just get the surprise, the cool shot of him in Times Square at the end. You know, I do love that shot.
Dude, honestly, I can just skip everything in the movie and just go right to that shot, and it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I love it. And hearing Kane Hodder talk about it too, and how awesome it was to film in Times Square is just...
I love that.
Okay, let me read the IMDb, shall I? Shall I do that?
You shall.
Okay, here we go. Jason Voorhees is accidentally awakened from his watery grave and ends up stalking a ship full of graduating high school students headed to Manhattan, New York.
That's exactly what happens.
That is what happens. You know, I have a very large Jason Takes Manhattan poster in a frame on my dining room wall.
Oh, I was like, this one? No, this is a different one.
It's the one that is like the most iconic one.
Oh, okay.
This one, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see there is a poster behind us with the I Love New York, you know, that gimmick?
Yeah.
And Jason is in it slashing through. They actually had to pull all of these advertisements down because I guess like
it was like the New York Tourism
Committee were pissed.
Yeah. Which is so funny. I'm like, really? You were pissed? But it was the 80s. I don't know. I guess Jason wasn't as much. I mean, he was an icon, but maybe they didn't view him that way in the 80s. I feel like if they did that now, they would think it's cool.
Well, but like because back then, like it was a slasher and it was, you know.
It did portray New York in a very
gritty?
Like
druggy?
Characteristic, unrealistic way. Like there are buckets of toxic waste in the streets.
There's steam everywhere.
Though I will say the steam, I don't know if this happens in New York. It probably does because it's a cold area. We get steam like that out of the sewers in Detroit.
Okay, but to the extent of this movie.
It was very exaggerated, yeah.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah.
And the toxic waste at midnight.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Where is it coming from?
That's not a realistic thing at all.
So crazy. I love it though.
Well, we're going to get to that.
Oh God, I love it so much. Shall we just hop in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're opening in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
The music is giving 90210.
It's a song called The Darkest Side of the Night.
Yes, it was written for the movie.
Yeah, I love it. It feels New York City to me.
It feels, yes, but I think it's very funny at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's very, like it reminded me of like 90210.
I've never watched that. I know I never have.
Wow.
For some reason, I never got into those kind of shows, but the song feels like early 90s, or I guess in this case, late 80s.
Yes.
Like gritty in the streets, sexy a little bit for some reason.
But like the saxophone, like it's, you
know. It's always the saxophone,
right?
Yeah.
And we see some shots of New York. These are all recycled shots from later in the film. So we see like the punks. There's lots of steam coming from the sewer grates. We see a business guy get mugged walking down the street, like walking down a dark alley. We see a rat pop out of a barrel. These are all scenes that we see later in the film that they just recycled because they needed New York City footage. Yeah,
they need the New York vibes, or what they are portraying as New York vibes.
Exactly.
And there is something about seeing New York City in like the late 80s, early 90s that does something to my brain.
Dude, when we talk about Basket Case, spoiler alert, when we talk about Basket Case, I love like gross, gritty New York City.
It's how I felt when we were covering Frankenhooker.
Exact same feeling.
I just love it. It feels like fast paced, the lights. It feels glamorous in a way, but also like gritty. And
to me, it seems really like you could get mugged at any time. There's like X-rated like theaters everywhere, and it's like.
So it's like exciting, I guess. I might get
I
mugged.
don't know. It's the vibe, dude. I love it. I love the vibes. And we get lots of that here. We see a subway, which is funny because it looks very Canadian to me, the subway carts, which because I think those were Vancouver. Oh, yeah. We see a dude in an alley with the largest needle I've ever seen, injecting it into his arm, and someone else with a spoon. I'm assuming this is heroin. And then we get a nice shot of the Statue of Liberty.
I was thinking, like, is it? I don't know. I don't know all the drug methods, but we see more drugs in this, so don't worry. I spent a lot of time in New York City for wrestling.
Same.
So New York City does hold a special place in my heart, though I'm not a huge fan of Times Square. But I feel that about most popular touristy areas of big cities.
Well, Times Square is annoying when it's really nice at 1 a.m. and it was a completely different experience. I can't stand it during the day. It's so busy. There are tourists everywhere. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
One time I was in Times Square with my mom and like we were broke. Like I was an indie wrestler at the time. Anyways, we go to TGI Fridays. We're Canadian, so we don't have that in Canada. So we were like really jazzed. And we go to the one in Times Square. We look at the menu. Everything is so expensive. We're both like, could we just get a brownie sundae? And we split a sundae because it was the only thing that like was even remotely affordable at the time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The overpriced stuff, especially when it's like a restaurant, a fancy restaurant where it's like the most expensive dish you've ever seen and they give you like this much food. I have no tolerance for it.
No, the best is the pizza in New York though.
Oh.
We went to some bomb ass pizza places during WrestleCon weekend, man.
I want a slice of white so bad.
Right now.
We can later though.
Okay.
Why do we always do this to ourselves? In the beginning of the episodes, we start talking about food.
Because we love to eat.
I love to eat.
All right. So now we're back at Crystal Lake and we're chilling on the lake. We're in a boat, right? A boat's kind of passing by and there were two people and they're making out while listening to a New York City radio station announcing that the senior class of Lakeview High is coming to New York after graduation.
Yes, this is Jimmy and Susie.
Jimmy and Susie. Our radio host warns that the city of lights has many shadows.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. And I wrote in my notes, these poor people have no idea their sexy time is waking up Jason Voorhees. Well, it's technically not, but kind of is.
You know what? That's funny because it does seem like that if you look at it that way.
That's how I always look at it. Because remember in Jason X?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's how I always look at it, but it's not exactly what wakes him up.
He's like, wait a minute, someone's getting horny?
I'm awake, not on my fucking watch.
I wrote down, we start off hot with some boobies.
Boobies.
And I wrote, why your dad didn't allow you to watch this franchise.
Definitely not. He said, not for you.
He probably saw this one because they do show it almost right away.
Here is Amityville.
Instead. Here is Jaws instead.
Be afraid of the water forever. Jimmy throws an anchor into the lake and it lands next to like a huge like electrical cord underneath the water. Not sure.
When you say it like that, I picture them plugging it in underwater. Yeah, it looks like it has to be it does say high voltage on it. I don't know if it's a pipe, if it's just encased in
isn't there like in the ocean, aren't there like lines that run through the ocean that like provide internet and stuff?
Probably. I just looked at you like, are you asking me? I'm sure that really exists on docks where there needs to be lines underwater for sure.
I feel like that is a thing.
Sure.
So
I mean, we do know in this movie they do exaggerate some things, so I didn't look into that.
Jason teleports his ass to fucking New York City.
But you know what? I believe that there are probably things like that in the water for real.
Yeah. So Jimmy throws the anchor, it lands, and I will say that Jimmy seems a little freaked out a little bit by being on Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Like he knows the lore. He's telling Susie about the killer at the bottom of the lake.
Oh my gosh. I wrote down, he's in the middle of making out with this woman and then he is thinking about Jason Voorhees and decides to like just all of a sudden basically yap about like, hey, do you want to know this about Jason Voorhees?
No, for real, dude. That would be me. That would 100%.
I literally thought about you. Like, let me tell you every fact I know about Jason Voorhees right now.
You
She's
didn't
like,
ask.
I know. She's like, I just wanted to make out.
She's like, can I just kiss you? And I'm like, hold on, wait a second. Did you know that Jason Voorhees drowned in Crystal Lake? And
that's basically what he does. Like, wait, and then they go back to making out. I'm like, I would not be into it at that point. Like, now you're freaking me out.
Oh boy.
But basically he explains to her what happened over the past 8 movies.
Yes. And then he tells Susie not to worry. He's like, but don't worry about it. And then they start making out again.
Yeah.
I would be like, actually, sir, I feel like maybe we should pull that anchor up and just cruise a little bit in the ship, you know?
Also, the anchor wasn't really doing a good job of anchoring. I don't know how anchors work. I'm not a ship person, though I will say with this movie and Jaws, we've been covering a lot of movies that have to do with ships, and I have to keep Googling, like, what is this on a ship? What is this called? What is that thing called?
Same.
But I don't know if anchors are supposed to drag like this one did. I imagine you're supposed to stay put.
I guess maybe it drags until it can like settle or something.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
Like if it's not all the way in, you're just kind of, it's going to slow down the boat.
We got to ask somebody with a boat. Not me. I don't got one.
Nope. But
don't even invite me.
I was going to say, you don't want to get on a boat either.
No.
So you don't have to worry about anchors. But anyway, this anchor is kind of dragging along the lake floor and it ends up hooking around that high voltage wire or pipe and it breaks. We see electrical currents going through the water right where Jason Voorhees was buried. It wasn't just an urban legend, Jimmy. You happen to be floating right above his body as you're telling this story.
Yep.
So in part 7,
Yeah.
Jason is basically killed by Tina's ghost dad, right? When he's and then Jason gets dragged underwater and chained.
Ghost dad, yeah.
Ghost dad.
I love the dad. I love part 7 too.
And you have a figure of that too somewhere at home.
I do, dude. It's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's really cool because it looks like he is like floating.
So, yes, there's like electric currents or whatever the fuck, and the lights flicker. We hear some kind of scream or a sound coming, and Jimmy's like, I'm gonna go check this shit out, right? We see Jason's big gooey hand appear on the railing of the boat.
And it is gooey the entire movie.
And Kane was soaking wet the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I hope he didn't get trench foot.
Dude, that used to be my biggest fear as
a
kid. Yes.
As a kid?
No, I learned about World War I at some point in my youth. And I thought every single time my feet would get cold or wet or whatever during like the snow seasons. Winter is the word I'm looking for. Dude, I thought I was going to get trench foot.
I didn't even know what trench foot was until like 3 years ago.
Traumatized me, dude.
Oh my god.
It's so horrible that happened to people.
But if he soaked all day long?
He was all day long. He was soaked and he was super game for it too.
I feel like Kane Hodder would be like, hell yeah.
Dude, I love Kane Hodder. He's awesome. So his big old gooey hand appears on the railing of the boat, and Susie starts calling out for Jimmy. And like every horror movie, she thinks he's messing with her.
Right. Though, out pops Jason! Or someone in a Jason mask, because it's Jimmy.
Do you think Jimmy told her the lore of Jason just to scare her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a weird time for him to do that.
No,
like,
it's a really weird time.
Because, like, do you want her to make out with you or not? Apparently, she didn't really care.
He bought that mask, and, like, somehow they skipped over some parts of their evening. Like, he had it all planned out. He was like, oh, man. He's like, I'm gonna catch her with the Jason mask at some point, but then like they just skipped to making out.
Yeah.
But that's all Jimmy's thinking about is the fact that he bought the mask.
That makes a lot of sense because he has the Jason mask. He goes to stab Susie in the stomach. This reminded me of the movie May with that retractable knife.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it's a retractable knife, and he's like, gotcha. I would be pissed, like especially if you pretend to stab me. I don't give a fuck if it's a retractable knife. That's so scary.
I know.
And then they go back to making out. I already know what you're thinking.
Saying
it. But they go back to making out again. So apparently she was into it.
I'm not judging you, girl. Listen, girl, I get it.
Laura is not judging you. I am. I'm just kidding. So now we see that the real Jason has come back to life. You already mentioned his muddy hand because that electrocution basically brought him to life, right?
Yep, exactly.
So now he sneaks on the boat. And we see that he goes to grab the mask that Jimmy was using because Jimmy set it down. I thought that was so perfect.
Yeah.
Because he's water bloated. He doesn't have the mask down there. But they immediately give him a way to have his mask again.
I completely didn't catch that.
Really?
Like even a little bit. Because doesn't his mask look like shit?
He puts on the mask that Jimmy set there.
Really?
But now I don't remember exactly what that looked like at the time.
I don't remember that at all.
Maybe it starts to look like that after other things happen in the movie.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Whoa, dude.
If not, I'll correct myself by the end of this episode.
My mind is like blown.
So Jason grabs a harpoon or a spear gun. I don't really know the difference between the two, but it's one of them.
Harpoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And shoots Jimmy in the stomach with it. So he like bursts in, typical Jason style. Susie gets away, shoots Jimmy in the stomach. It's gross because they show it. Which is interesting because they show a couple, I don't remember the rest of the deaths throughout the movie off the top of my head, but I know they show a couple guys, the actual death happen on screen, and a lot of the girls, they don't.
Well, can I just rewind us just a little bit here? Yeah. So when Jason pops up, Susie sees him. And he shoots the harpoon at her next to her head.
And misses her.
That was legit.
What?
That's an actual harpoon that was propelled right next to her face. And that reaction she gives is legit.
What?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Yes, she looked scared. She was so scared because they were like, you can't move. Like when you turn around, you have to stay very still because that harpoon is coming at you.
I can't imagine agreeing to that. No judgment to her whatsoever. But how terrifying.
Dude. Right?
Oh, my mind is blown right now.
I wouldn't even be able to I wouldn't even been able to think about the scene. I would just all I'd be thinking about is this is how I die.
No, for real. What do you mean stay still? Like, so you're aiming right next to my head.
Yes.
It's like when people do the trick of like the apple on the head, they have to like throw a knife through it or something.
Who would volunteer to do that?
Some people love the thrill.
It couldn't be me, man.
Well, that I can't get over that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I do. That I know. I feel like it's really important that I mentioned that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you did because I did not see that. But yes, misses her in real life. And then I hope it was just a stunt when he stabs Jimmy in the stomach.
No, actually he killed him.
Oops, sorry. We are doing real method acting right now.
Yeah.
So now Susie's hiding and what?
You just said now Susie hiding.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to move on. Susie hiding. My mouth just didn't keep up with my brain and I was just going to move past it. No. We're going to keep it. Don't clap. Now Susie hiding. You know what? I'm just going to read it exactly how my notes say it.
I love it. But like she's obviously very scared. And I like it because we get some Jason POVs here.
Yeah.
Which I always appreciate.
Yes.
And she finds, see, this is why we need a boat expert. Because she opens up like a hatch door and climbs down in it. What is that? Like,
it just looked like storage to me.
Oh, okay. So
because yeah, sometimes boats will have, I mean, the handful of times I've been on a boat, sometimes they do have storage right there.
Like compartments and stuff?
Yeah, so that things don't go flying off the boat or getting wet. I don't know.
It's really terrifying. He ends up he finds the hatch, he opens it up, and she's just it's really scary. She's looking up at him. She's obviously very, very scared. And he just takes like, what is it, the harpoon?
Yeah.
And just stabs her with it, essentially.
When he finds her, he is moving so slowly toward her.
Dude, it's so scary.
It's scary because you know what's going to happen and he's just taking his time. There's twice in this movie that I can think of where he's holding the weapon and just slowly going toward them and the person's just screaming, no. So this is one of those times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, you could have at least grabbed it and tried to fight back.
I know, but
like,
honestly,
it's a long ass thing.
What do you think you're gonna do against like going toe to toe with Jason?
Yeah.
I'd be so afraid of like getting my back broken or like something even worse.
You're like,
than
just harpoon me.
You know what I mean?
That's true. But I mean, who's to say? I hope I never encounter this situation to find out. But you already know how I feel when people don't fight back. It's very hard for me to watch.
No, I know, me too. I'd be going down at least swinging, dude.
Oh yeah, especially if they have a long weapon. Like now I can grab it and pull you, but I don't want to pull Jason to me.
Can you imagine trying to pull Jason?
What if you're able to pull him off the boat and he just goes flying?
Like a video game?
I know. Bye. And then you can get away. I don't know. Anyway, she doesn't do that. He stabs her.
He closes the door. And he looks so proud of himself.
He's like,
well,
but we don't.
Down.
That is an off-screen kill.
Yeah.
So we don't see it happen. I found that interesting. It's
I
gonna happen again.
I do have a very long list of deleted scenes that we can touch on either in the extended or as the episode goes on.
Hell yeah. So the next morning we cut to what I would call a senior trip. Did you have a senior trip?
I never graduated, so no.
But you could have still went on the trip.
I know I didn't.
We didn't have one either.
No.
I think my graduating class didn't even have a yearbook.
What?
They literally gave us a DVD.
You didn't have a physical yearbook?
No, that's how poor our school was.
I told you, I went to an all-girl Catholic school. Even the school I went to before the all-girls Catholic school was not, it was like not a good school. And even they had yearbooks.
Damn. Yeah, we had a yearbook every year until my senior year.
Until it was your year.
Yeah.
And then you totally got screwed.
And I don't know if any other senior classes, graduating classes in my school went on a senior trip, but I always heard about those like, I don't know, on TV. Like, oh, we're going on a senior trip to, I don't know, fucking Cancun or something.
I think you had to have gone to like a bit of a nicer school.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think we had a senior trip. And I went all the way to the end. I dropped out at the last second.
Okay.
You know, I'm a real winner.
You are a fucking winner.
Thanks. Okay, so yes, it's a senior trip, and we're introduced to a gigantic boat called the Lazarus.
Yeah, they're doing it up for their senior trip.
And let me tell you something about the Lazarus, AK. They originally had a big ass boat they were going to use. For the movie, like a big ass yacht or something.
Like an actual ship.
An actual ship.
Okay.
They lost it very close to filming. So they had to get a very small boat.
Lost it, like lost the funding or lost the boat?
They didn't lose the boat. Like basically like they had it and then somebody rented it out or something.
Okay.
Like I was basically it got pulled out from under. No, they didn't lose the ship.
Like the shit, it just floated away. They're like, we lost it. Sorry. Okay, that makes sense. That they had to buy a different boat or rent a different boat.
They had to get a different boat. So now this is what's going to make you appreciate this movie, I think, a little bit more.
Okay.
The way that they shot this tiny ass boat makes it look like it's a big ass ship.
Oh.
Because they shoot it from like underneath, then they shoot it from the side. So you'll never see the whole boat in the shot. They only show like the back end of it or the front of it. And it's like smoke and mirrors.
So it's all the magic of angles.
And movies. Movie magic, baby.
Hell yeah.
But isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
Like, I feel like that is, as when you're a filmmaker and you don't have access to what you need, you have to get creative. And I just think that's a great example of that.
That is really cool.
So we're also introduced to some of our main players here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Rennie. Yeah. Rennie's our final girl.
Yes.
She's our gal.
Mm-hmm.
And we also meet her teacher, Colleen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in a car together. And Colleen and her seem to have a very close relationship.
Yeah.
And Colleen gives her a pen that apparently Stephen King used in high school.
Yeah.
And she tells her that she's a great student, and it's all just very touching.
Yeah, they definitely are close. I wrote, did she get that off eBay? Like, is there a certificate of authenticity that it was used by Stephen King?
I know. I wondered about it. I wondered about it too, honestly.
And yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't, well, the pen comes back into play, but the whole fact that, you know, Rennie is gifted and I'm thinking she must be an author, it doesn't really come back. It's just that she's the final girl.
I think it's just to show that Rennie and Colleen have a really strong relationship. Yeah. I guess.
I agree.
It's a really nice gift to give to a student.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting she was dropping her off too personally. So I was like, what is the relationship here? Which we will find out. It is just her teacher, but yeah, clearly like maybe a mentor.
Yeah.
And Colleen really thinks that Rennie is very gifted.
Yeah, exactly. We also see the boat from the beginning of the movie floating to shore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the boat where Susie and Jimmy got the axe.
Yes.
And here we meet Charles.
Charles or Mr. McCullough.
Mr. McCullough is a little bit worried about Jimmy and Susie because they no-showed.
Mm-hmm.
But Colleen tells them that they're probably just banging. And Rennie looks a little afraid to get on the boat. She's a little trepidatious here.
Yeah.
Right? And even Charles is like not into her getting on the boat.
Yeah. So
he doesn't want her on the boat.
Charles is a biology teacher. Colleen is the English teacher. And they're both chaperoning this event.
Right.
And Charles is pissed that Colleen is late.
And Rennie lives with Charles. Charles is her uncle.
Yeah. And this is where Colleen drops the bomb on him that she also brought Rennie along, who happens to be his niece. He is the legal guardian of her.
Right.
He's not happy about this.
At all. No. Because she's very, very, very afraid of water.
Yes.
Which we will find out why later in the film.
Yeah, they milk it for a while, but that is the reason. Mm-hmm. Spoiler.
Yes.
And so now we cut to the captain of the ship, Captain Robertson, and he is now passing on this responsibility of captaining or what?
Yeah.
Of being the captain to his son, Sean.
Yes. Sean's cute.
Sean is a little cutie.
I think he's a cutie.
He definitely does not want this job.
No. And you can tell his dad is like very hard on him.
Yeah. He's pushing it on him a little bit. He's like, you know, you're going to man this ship basically. And Sean's like, I don't know about that. The dad gifts him a sextant.
Can you tell me what that is? Because
yes.
I don't know what that is. I wrote it in my notes too.
You know I had to look it up.
Is it a GPS? Or
basically
like an old
type school,
of GPS?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sextants are commonly used in marine navigation and aviation. It is a valuable instrument used to determine the angle between the horizon and a celestial body like the sun, moon, or star.
Neat.
So the dad mentions here, like, you know, before they got all these fancy technology, blah, blah, blah. So this would be like using an atlas or a map. I think to drive around.
Everyone should know how to read a map for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because if the GPSs all go down, like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, remember MapQuest?
I was just going to say how we would print out a MapQuest.
And even that was looked at as like, oh, this newfangled technology. You can just print out the directions instead of having to read the map and like figure out the roads.
Dude, when I was on the Indies, I would get in my little, Toyota Corolla, my little Susie.
Susie.
I'd print out a MapQuest gimmick. I'd get in the car by myself and just drive without worrying at all that I'd get lost, that maybe the map, like, how did we do that?
I know.
No GPS. I didn't have a GPS on the Indies until I was maybe 7 years in.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have a GPS for a long time.
I remember getting one. It was like one of those Garmin.
You were one of the first people I ever met with a GPS.
I was like, I'm into technology.
Yeah, dude.
But I remember spending like a paycheck on this little Garmin physical GPS that you just like plugged into your car and set up on the dashboard. Because especially when I started going into Canada, I was like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
You were one of the first people I ever got in a car with that had a GPS.
I'm like,
I thought it was so cool. I was
really?
like, damn.
I think about it now and I think about what that screen looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Like archaic
And
now.
taking it into Canada was even worse because the satellites wouldn't really register. You'd be driving. It would tell you to drive into a lake. Like, it was bad.
Oh, I remember one time being downtown Chicago.
And it's spinning?
It's spinning because once... Oh, I just punched the mic so hard. Sorry about that. Yes, because all of the buildings and whatever else going on with the technology, it could not read where I was.
It still does it on my iPhone.
It was so stressful because at that time I was relying on this GPS. I'm like, oh, this is going to get me wherever I need to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't know, like we didn't have iPhones at the time to be able to go, oh, I'll just put it in my phone.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where the hell I was going or how to get out of Chicago.
Dude, when I was in Japan, I didn't have Wi-Fi in Japan.
Oh my God.
So I was getting on the subway, not without Wi-Fi, and I would ask people like how to get off at certain stops, where to go.
Did you just basically go up to people and say the name of the stop?
Yes.
And hope that they would?
Yes. And everybody was so helpful. But yeah, I can't, when I look back on that now, I had no Wi-Fi. I didn't have a phone. I just raw dogged it in Tokyo.
Raw dogging in Tokyo, baby. What you know about that?
It was awesome.
Okay, I feel so spoiled because when I went to Japan for the first time in 2013, I didn't have Wi-Fi on my phone. Well, maybe we did, but we couldn't use it there, right?
Yeah.
But the boss is what we called him, the boss of Diana, he got us a pocket Wi-Fi. One pocket Wi-Fi, but we had to share it.
Yeah.
And this was between like 6 girls.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you got the pocket Wi-Fi or if we're all going out together, we could hook our phones to it and have the GPS. You could also actually pull up the train directions of like, take this train to that train to that train.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like a luxury.
Whoa.
But if someone took the pocket Wi-Fi,
you were,
and then you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
You just go where you know.
Yeah.
And then if someone didn't charge it, that was a huge faux pas.
Then you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, then we're stuck.
I didn't have anything.
Yeah, that is, wow.
I know.
I feel spoiled because
I could still do it again, I guess. But like
you can, but
Japan
like
felt really safe to me too. Like Tokyo felt really safe. I wasn't afraid to like walk around in the middle of the night.
Same.
But yeah, when I think about that now, I'm like, what if you got lost, man?
Oh yeah, and I'm sure things happen everywhere, you know. But I felt the same way when I was in Japan.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very safe. So
anywho, Boo's dad gives him this gift.
Yes, and he's kind of scolding him.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, it's a very sweet scene, and then all of a sudden, it just turns into dad seems. I would say he puts a lot of pressure on Sean.
It seems like he's kind of forcing him to do this, like follow the family business type of thing.
Exactly. He's really pushy, and he's it's pressure for sure.
Yeah, because Sean is forgetting important steps. The dad's like, okay, we'll let you set sail. So like, what do you do first? And Sean says whatever he thinks is the answer. And the dad's like, what else? Like, what else do you have to do? So he forgot to like do the horn basically.
Yeah, to like
for the
warn
maritime
the other ships and shit.
Yeah, and then forgot to call something to the Coast Guard maybe. I forget the steps that he said, but it's something along those lines that do sound very important.
But he makes him feel stupid for it.
Well, my thing is if this is a very important thing. If you're going to be like manning this vehicle, vehicle I think is putting it lightly. Yeah. This giant ship full of kids. So like if he doesn't know all the steps, don't force him to do it.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. I feel like there's a way to go about like teaching someone, and like that ain't it.
Right.
So
now What, the deckhand? Oh.
No, Jason popping out of the water looking just as surprised as I am. That's what I wrote in my notes. He like pops out of the water and and looks around like he's surprised that he got there.
Yeah, he's like, oh wow.
Oh, here I am.
We will find out in this movie, Jason has immaculate navigation skills.
Oh, he really does. He's like got a GPS built into that tiny brain.
He has to. That is what the brain is just a GPS.
It's just a GPS, yeah.
So now Sean is leaving this area. You know, his dad embarrassed him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called the bridge is what he called it, where the captain steers the ship.
The bridge, yeah.
A bridge. It has a lot of names. I wrote it down somewhere in my notes. We'll get there. So, but he does call it a bridge eventually in the movie. And so Sean runs into what I wrote was a custodian, but he's credited as the deckhand on the ship.
The deckhand is so dramatic.
He is the most like, I'm in a horror, I'm in a slasher, I am going to be ominous as fuck.
He's the guy at the gas station. Like, it's the same character.
Yes.
You're all gonna die.
No, it is.
You don't want to go there.
Literally
He's
that.
Here.
He tells Sean, this voyage is doomed.
Doomed is the word doomed he uses.
Doomed. And Sean says, yeah, tell me about it.
I know, right? Sean's like, whatever, dude. So lots of stuff's happening on this boat. We got a disco, a disco room.
Oh, a straight up like dance floor. So yeah, they have a sauna.
They got a sauna. There's people making out. There's hang sessions everywhere. Like the vibes are strong on this ship, honestly.
Yeah. Sean runs into Rennie, who we realize they're in a little relationship.
There's something going on between them for sure. They like each other at the very least.
At the very least.
Oh, and she brings her dog with her too.
Her dog, Toby.
Toby.
A little border collie.
Every time she said Toby, my dog's name is Toby, he'd pop his head up.
Oh my gosh.
It was so cute. I was like, yeah, she's talking to you, buddy. She's talking to Toby. And you know, I call Toby Mr. Bean. Okay.
Mr. Bean. I always hear you say toe beans.
Yeah, because he's got toe beans.
Yeah.
And his name is Toby. So now his name was then Mr. Bean, and now he's just Bean.
Oh, I love the evolution of pet names.
Isn't it the best?
Yes, this is a sidebar I am here for.
It's the best.
So my cat Frida, she's named after Frida Kahlo, the painter. And so Frida became PETA. I don't know why.
Okay.
So I just call her PETA.
Yeah.
And then that turned into Pete. So I just call her Pete. And then that turned into Princess Pete. I don't know. Like it just keeps going and going. Yeah.
Yes. Didymus went from, okay, well, his full name is Sir Didymus.
Yes.
Okay.
After Labyrinth.
Same with Toby. And so then I would call him Dids and then Mr. Dids.
Yep.
And now, because I think he looks like a mouse, I started calling him Little Mouse. And now I just call him Mouse.
Yeah.
So I call my dogs Bean and Mouse. Oh, and I call Toby Little Fox too. They have all these names.
He does look like a little fox.
He's a little fox.
Yeah.
But they know all of them.
Yeah.
They do. Like when I first started calling Didymus Mouse, he looked at me like, bitch, that ain't my name. But now he's like, well, fuck, if you like it so much.
Yeah, I guess it's my name now.
Yeah, it's the best.
Tell us your pet evolution names. We want to know all of them in the comments on YouTube.
Oh
Thank
my gosh,
you.
Please, yes.
No, that will make my day for real.
Same.
Okay. So he gives Rennie a big gold necklace of the Statue of Liberty.
It's the ugliest fucking gift I've ever seen in my life.
I was literally thinking, like, you got this out of the 25-cent machine.
Dude.
It looks like he coated it himself with like this fake gold.
It's so like gaudy and big.
Yes, and look, okay, we already talked about like 2010s fashion on this podcast. Yes. I love a gaudy necklace. Okay,
same, I do too, and I love that shit's coming back.
Oh hell yeah! I got a closet full. Let's go.
Let's get that poof going.
Oh my gosh, bring it back. But this necklace is so fucking ugly.
It's
However,
the ugliest necklace.
She loves it, and
she really does.
That is what matters.
I feel like because you know what they are. They're in the part of the relationship where like everything the other person does, like you put over strong, even though like you're not feeling it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or like they can do no wrong.
Oh, he's
to
perfect.
Her, she really thinks that that's a great gift.
It's the best gift ever. Are you kidding me?
It was thoughtful.
I mean,
it was thoughtful.
It was thoughtful. It was thoughtful.
But it's such.
You know what? It would have been better if it was a keychain.
Yeah,
I don't really want to wear that around my neck.
Maybe it looks like it's gonna be like the size of her entire chest.
Like I'm excited to go to New York. I don't need to wear New York around my neck.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, she loves it.
It was really sweet, Sean.
And so now, Mr. McCullough or Uncle Charles.
Oh my God. She also is like, do you want to hike to the top? No, he asks her, he goes, do you want to hike to the top of the Statue of Liberty with me?
Oh, right. Yeah. That's why it's a thoughtful gift. Like this is their thing. They want to go up in the Statue of Liberty when they get to New York City.
It's very cute. But please don't ever get me a Statue of Liberty necklace, okay? That's all I ask.
So Uncle Charles bumps into them and asks Rennie what she's doing there. And he just says he's concerned. We don't know why yet, but they keep alluding to, there's something going on with Rennie. It's her fear of the water.
Right. But when we find out why she's afraid of the water, I just want to backhand Charles. Charles. I wonder why she's so afraid of the water, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways. Ooh.
So now on another part of the boat, we meet actually JJ Jarrett.
I love JJ.
This badass looking rocker chick.
Oh, hell yeah. That guitar is wicked.
Oh my gosh. She's shooting She's shooting a music video with Wayne.
Yeah, I like Wayne.
I do like Wayne.
Wayne is just like very he's super into the popular asshole chick, but he's just like super sweet. He's video recording everything. He's way ahead of his time, man. He is like found footage.
Oh my gosh, yes. There's a part in this movie where I will get to it where I'm like, oh, he was ahead of his time for sure.
I feel like they should make a found footage version of Wayne's cut from Jason Takes Manhattan.
That would be so cool.
Just all his footage glued together.
After, spoiler alert, he dies, someone takes his camera and just keeps using it.
Dude, what's that movie that is also in a large city and there's a big monster?
Cloverfield?
Dude, I fucking
I love that movie.
We should cover it.
I'm down.
That's a bomb-ass movie, but that's what I picture. That's what should happen. Okay.
We're accidentally putting together our next loop right now as we record these episodes.
I know,
right? Oh yeah, that movie. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Anyway.
Okay, so here we learn that Wayne has a crush on, was it Tamara or Tamara?
I spelt it Tamara.
Okay.
But I feel like it could go either way.
I just can't remember what they said exactly, but I can't not see Tamara because of Tia and Tamara.
I think of Tamara as well, but
either way.
Whatever. Tam. Let's call her Tammy, all right?
Tam. And Wayne has a crush on her, and JJ is telling him, no, she's a user, as in she uses people.
Yes, and we will find out shortly. She surely does.
She's kind of a dick.
She's a bitch, yeah.
So JJ wants to go below deck to shoot more of this music video, and Wayne's like, oh, I gotta do whatever. And so JJ goes by herself.
Yes, and we see Jason creeping around.
Yeah, he has made his way onto the boat.
Yes.
So we cut back to Uncle Charles and Rennie, and they keep alluding to the fear of the water thing, but we don't know what it is. And Charles tells Rennie here that a big storm is coming in.
Exactly. Yep.
That would terrify me, especially being on a boat.
He also tells her that facing your fear doesn't always conquer it. And I thought it's kind of true.
Yeah.
Because there's that old saying, you just have to face your fear and then you'll get over it. And in real life, not really.
Yeah.
It's still scary.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know. I don't like him, but I thought what he said was true. And I said in my notes, I get anxiety over things I've done a million times.
Same. So now we cut back to JJ, who is doing her own thing down in the engine room or the power room.
She is jamming, man. She is rocking out.
Let me tell you, the acoustics in this place are somehow fantastic.
For real. I would have definitely been JJ in this scenario.
I also wrote she's jamming out. Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, she's jamming out.
I wrote she's jamming out.
She's like Gem, man. The holograms.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Jason starts slowly descending the stairs behind her.
Dude.
But coming down toward her.
Dude.
She eventually turns and sees him. She runs. He ends up getting her guitar. And as she's running through this engine room, all of a sudden he meets her, just pops up and swings like a baseball bat.
Dude, just knocks her the fuck out. See you later, JJ. You dead.
Once again, off-screen kill. We only see the blood spatter.
So I'm looking at the deleted scenes and I'm wondering if perhaps that was cut down.
For time. Because they cut a lot for time, right?
They certainly did. Yes, they did. Like I said, at the end of the episode, I'll look through my deleted scenes and see if we've got something there.
Yeah, I think I have them at the bottom of my notes too.
Love it.
So that very well could happen. I just thought it was interesting that the girls were getting killed off screen.
It probably has something to do with the rating.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very well could. Yeah. Especially for the time.
Yeah, definitely.
So now we see Jason creeping around the boat and eventually he's spying on Rennie. And at first I was like, wait, there's a window that leads into the hallway from her room. But then I realized there were curtains on it.
Yeah.
So she just had the curtains open.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what? And, I've never been on a cruise and I don't ever plan on going on a cruise. So I don't ever plan on finding out.
I've done it one time. I think I'm all set with that. So Toby, her dog, is on the bed with her, or on the bed, and they're kind of just sitting there. Jensen Daggett, who plays Rennie, talked about how she dreaded every scene that involved the dog because a lot of these shoots ran really late into the night. Everyone was really tired, and it was really hard to get the scene because the dog would either move or bark or whatever. And so they just had to keep doing take after take. And she said that anytime the dog was involved, it would just stress her the fuck out because it would take forever for them to get the shot.
Oh, damn.
I know. Is that a bummer? Toby's so cute too.
Come on, Toby. He is very cute.
Yeah, but I've heard that when you work with animals on sets, it can be awesome, but it could also be like, same with like little kids too. Like little babies probably. It's a similar situation.
Yeah, especially for long shoots.
Yeah. When I did the Lifetime movie, I had a dog. Like I had to walk a dog, and the dog was so freaking cute.
Aww.
Like it was so cute, and it didn't have any issues with me doing like I had to do a walk and talk with him.
Okay.
And he was great. He was perfect.
That's great.
Yeah.
Especially for walking. At least he had something to do, right?
Yeah, and it was my first scene of the day, and you're always like nervous the first scene of the day, and having the dog like made it so much more like, okay, I can handle this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Like, let's give her a scene with the dog.
Yeah, I was like, yes, sign me up. I'm good. This is great.
Yeah. So in the window, she looks over. Jason is not there anymore, but she sees a vision of what is essentially a young Jason Voorhees, basically drowning and calling for his mom. And then Toby sees this, runs away.
Yes.
And that kind of snaps Rennie out of it.
Yeah, the kid's like crying and he's like, Mommy.
Yeah. And at first, like when I was watching this the first time, I was like, is this her? Is this why she's afraid of the water?
Right.
But then it's young Jason. Just so you know.
Yes. And I don't know if like she seems a little sus. She walks over to the window, right? And when Jason's like banging against the window and asking for help, like there's like green lighting too. Like it kind of looks like he's underwater, but there's like it's like lit up green.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. And so now she's going to look for a Toby.
Dude, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're introduced to Julius here because Julius is doing like he's boxing another kid. Julius is my favorite character in this whole movie. He might be one of my favorites of the whole franchise.
Julius is great.
I freaking love Julius.
Yes, Julius deserved better.
Oh, he was so fucking brave, dude. Yeah. He went toe to toe with Jason.
Yeah, we will get there.
Oh, I love him. So he's in the middle of a boxing match with another kid, and there's two girls, which we will soon find out is Tamara and do you have the other girl's name? Eva. They're watching from like above.
Yeah, they're like peering down on these guys.
Yes, exactly.
They're like looking through, I don't know, it's a boat and they have like a glass thing on the top. So they're like on an upper deck, it looks like, and just looking down into this room.
Yep, exactly. And one of the guys, not Julius, the guy that he's boxing, like notices the girls and it gets him kind of distracted.
Yeah.
And Julius knocks him out.
Yeah, and they're admiring Julius, who wins. And I'm just going to keep saying Tamara. Tamara says that Julius is the only senior she'd consider doing it with.
Yeah.
You're like, And then she's basically like, hey, girl, want to do some coke?
Yeah. Sorry, that's that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I'm pretty sure she just pulls out some coke here.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't say that verbatim. But Eva's not interested.
No.
But Tamara peer pressures her into it. At least it looks like she's trying to. So Eva's kind of holding the thing like,
Yeah.
And Rennie walks in on them looking for Toby.
Yeah.
And
they offer her coke as well. But she's like, no, I'm good, guys.
And you can tell that Tamara's annoyed. But yeah, she's like, do you want to hit?
Oh, she's like a typical mean girl.
Yes, because as soon as Rennie walks away after she refuses, Tamara calls her a space cadet and wonders if she's going to narc on them.
Yeah, I know. I laughed at the narc.
So Rennie is searching the halls and we see Jason lurking.
Yeah, we get a few of his like POVs, but then it turns out it actually isn't Jason's POV. It's Charles.
Yes, Uncle Charles pops in on Tamara and Eva.
Yeah.
He's like, are you girls using drugs?
Immediately asked them. I'm like, you know what, Charles, you're not wrong. They are.
Yeah. And then he says that Tamara has 15 minutes before he comes to her room to see if her biology report is finished.
Okay, we have to talk about this for just like 2 seconds.
I absolutely have more to say about this.
Like, this is their senior trip. First of all, why does she have a biology project due? I'm so confused by that. Who the fuck is doing homework on the senior ship?
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
He's threatening to not let her do whatever activities they're doing later, like when they get to New York, I guess.
Yeah.
And I thought that he was going to say he's coming to her room to search for drugs because he sees that they're doing something. So I thought he was going to be like, you have 15 minutes to go clean up whatever you need to clean up.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought he was about to say.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like, wait. And also, why are you going to her room for her project?
Dude, like the whole scenario is so bizarre. I will say, like, Charles comes across as like a stickler. He seems like really square and really like by the book.
Yes.
Right? And whatever. But I can't imagine, unless this bitch is like super far behind. I can't believe I just referred to her as this bitch, but she really is a bitch.
I mean, she plays a really good bitch in this movie.
Yeah, like unless she's so far behind that she's gonna fail her senior year, I can't imagine why she would have any homework on the senior trip. Now, I never went on a senior trip, so maybe that's normal.
That does not sound normal. I never went on one either, but that does not sound normal. Like, that's like going to ask someone, like, where's your project at prom?
That's what, okay, like, that is what? Exactly what I equate it to. I was like, nobody's doing that. Anyway.
No, I wrote big yikes.
Yeah, big yikes for sure.
About him saying, I'm going to come to your room later. Like, don't. Now, Tamara thinks that Rennie went and told her uncle. Yes. So she is pissed. Mm-hmm. And then she's telling Eva, I heard she's afraid of the water. So now we're starting to learn what her phobia is.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the ship's sauna, which I wrote, do ships usually have saunas? That seemed real extravagant.
I feel like if it was like a yacht or maybe a cruise ship, it would have a sauna.
It is supposed to be a big cruise ship, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this is the guy that was in the boxing match that lost. Right. He's like chilling in the sauna. He's got a towel over his face. He's lying down.
Yeah, I'm not claustrophobic, but I feel like I'm way too claustrophobic for that. To be in a sauna with a wet towel on my face.
Oh, no, thank you.
But I do like saunas.
I do too. I love saunas. Mm-hmm. But they're super like good for your brain too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they're like super good for your like cognition.
Oh, interesting.
And memory and shit. Yeah.
So Jason comes in. You know, he, like we said, he has a towel over his face. He doesn't know what's happening. Mm-hmm. Jason takes these sauna rocks.
Dude.
The ones that you like.
They're hot coal.
Yeah. And so like old school saunas, you're supposed to pour like water on them or something, yes. Right? Okay. I think nowadays people keep doing that to like the electric ones in gyms and breaking them.
I mean, you've got, oh God.
This gym I went to recently had a note on the door that was like, it's a standalone gym. It's not a commercial gym. So like the notes are very passive aggressive, but I don't blame them because like
you have to be so stupid to do that.
No, for real. It said like because some idiot put water in the sauna again, they were like, you're not going to have sauna privileges. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you because
Who would do that? Who would just take it upon themselves?
I don't know.
That is so crazy.
I don't know. But this looks like maybe one of the old school ones. Yeah. So it's actually the coals. And Jason takes, I wrote sauna rocks, but coals.
Sauna rocks is nice.
Through the chest.
Dude, it's like he sucker punches him through the gut with one of those coals in his hands.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
It's so nasty. And so.
So Jason's standing over the guy and the guy thinks it's Julius.
Right.
And I wrote in my notes, he has a towel on his head. He thinks it's Julius. It's not. Jason plunges the hot coal into this guy's chest. Gnarly kill.
Plunges.
Why did I use the word plunges?
But he does.
He does, yeah, but still.
You are correct.
Quite the word.
So now we see Tamara and Eva. They're walking up to Rennie on the ship. Rennie is standing with Colleen toward the edge of the ship. And Tamara straight up shoves her overboard.
That could have killed her. She could have died.
I like the fact that Tamara wasn't like restrained and put in like some little ship jail
for
the remainder of the trip is crazy.
Dude.
Because you're right.
She could have drowned. She could have just died.
And it was right in front of Colleen. So she sees this happen.
Yes.
I thought that there was going to be some more. I think there was a deleted scene with more interaction.
I got the list.
Yeah. Because what we do see in the cut is it feels so fast. Like she just walks up there and boom. I was like, holy shit.
She just like yeets her off the ship.
Yeah.
Colleen tosses her life preserver. It's super fucked up because she doesn't know how to swim either.
Oh, yeah.
And then she feels something pulling her under the water. Mm-hmm. And again, it's young Jason.
Yeah.
It's actually terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Ugh.
It's so scary. But Sean jumps in after her.
He does.
He's a good egg.
Yeah. I dig him. That's terrifying to me. Just that whole situation and having to jump in after someone and now you're risking your life too because the ocean is.
It's dude, if I would immediately, I'd be like having a panic attack in the middle of the sea.
No, for real.
I couldn't handle that.
So Eva is looking on in horror. And Tamara is like, LOL, that was so funny. You know, they run off on the side of the boat or whatever.
Oh, she sucks so bad,
Eva
man.
does leave because Tamara's like, let's do something later. And Eva's like, no, I'm good, girl. And she doesn't want to hang out anymore. Mm-hmm. And Tamara's like, some friend you are. Like no, Tamara, girl, you are a piece of shit and no one wants to be around you.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
what it is.
That's so like that is actually like psychopathic, like throwing someone off of a cruise ship.
And then when someone is like, I don't like that, she's like, some friend you are. No, some person you are. Tamara.
Eat shit. What was the line in Sleepaway Camp?
Eat shit and live.
And die. Oh. Eat shit and live. Like what?
Eat shit and live, Tamara. So now Rennie goes to wash up and it looks like blood starts coming out of the sink.
Yes, exactly. She's hallucinating.
Yeah, and she sees young Jason again in the mirror, but now he's a little more like the deformed in the face.
Yeah.
Like he has more. Yeah. It seems like he gets more and more prosthetics every time she sees him.
For real. Yeah, exactly. And then he comes through the mirror and he starts like strangling her.
Yeah.
It looks very fantasy to me. This scene doesn't look like horror to me. It almost looks, I think it's because the lighting, like it just seems very like fantastical.
I could see that.
To me. Also, another important thing to note, Charles is obviously really pissed that his niece went overboard.
Yeah.
The ship hand also comes over and tells them he's come back and you're all gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
And in my notes, I wrote, where did they hire this guy?
The deckhand, yeah.
Yeah, like the deckhand. Like, where'd you come from, dude? But yeah, he's like, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
He just keeps coming randomly to tell them that.
Just to pop up and be like, hey, we're doomed. Like, why did you get on the ship if you thought it was doomed?
No, I know. Is he from Crystal Lake?
I don't know.
He certainly seems like it.
So we cut to Tamara's room now where Mr. McCullough or Uncle Charles is coming to check on her biology report.
Dude. The scene is crazy.
Yeah. Tamara is taking this opportunity to seduce him, like champagne, lingerie.
She's got anatomy like drawn, like the anatomy of whatever is drawn on her body parts.
That's her biology report, which I was like, okay, that is a little clever.
That's a little creative, but do that with your boyfriend. Don't do that with Mr. Charles.
No, for real, Mr. Charles. So, and it's funny because she hands him champagne and he's like, at first, I'm like, are you going to say anything about her underage drinking? I guess that's not even a concern right now based on whatever else is going on. And she's wearing a robe.
Yeah.
And so, he does put down the champagne and he's like, that's it. You're not getting off this boat when we get to New York or whatever he says. And she's like, wait, you didn't even see my report. And that's when she takes off the robe and there's like, the lingerie. It's a cute little sheer bra and panty set. But inappropriate, obviously. Though, this part, I was like, okay. Because he is refusing her advances. But he's also, because he's like, young lady, what are you doing? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there is a point where, they're kind of like panning up on her body. And Uncle Charles, even though it's so even more creepy to call him that in this scene, Mr. McCullough, at one point, he's like, now really, I mean, and I was like, what do you mean? I
know. I'm like, Charles, get out of there, dude.
Run, Charles, run.
Get out.
And so she ends up grabbing him and kissing him and pushing him on the bed. So she's on top of him, kissing him. Wayne, we see, is in the hallway filming this.
Yeah.
And so he does eventually push her off, but he let it go on for like 10 seconds.
I was going to say, like, he does end up being like, whatever.
Get off
me.
But
he also does kiss her for a minute.
I know. I'm like, you let that go on for a minute. But yeah, he does push her off and he says, I will make sure you don't graduate, basically. He's like, I'll make sure you're in a classroom next year. So he is, And then Wayne comes in. And Charles realizes they're blackmailing him. Yeah. And he basically is like, fuck off.
I know.
I was like, okay. He tells Wayne, I'll make sure you never go to film school.
Yeah.
Like, you want to blackmail me? I'll blackmail you.
He was pissed for sure. Yeah.
And so now Tamara, before this happens, Wayne says something to Tamara about liking her, like always liking her.
Yes, because he does mention to JJ earlier in the film that he has a crush on her.
Right.
And JJ's like, yeah, but she just uses you.
Exactly.
And this is a perfect example of her using him to do her biddings.
Yep. And then he is like, hey, I always liked you. And she's like, oh, that's
sweet.
Yeah.
She's just very much like, thank you, next.
Yeah.
She kicks him out.
If she doesn't have to accept his advances, but.
No, but she's using the fact that he likes her
to
manipulate him.
Exactly.
It's pretty shitty.
And JJ did warn him of that earlier.
Yeah, it's shitty.
So Wayne leaves. And now Tamara is showering and Jason sneaks into her room. Yeah. Now she peeks out the door and sees that Jason is standing there. And so she shuts the door and she's kind of standing against the door, which I always hate in horror movies when people stand against doors. It freaks me out.
I feel like they're going to like stab through the door. Yeah.
And in these types of movies, they often do.
Yep.
So he reaches through the door like we know Jason does.
Yeah.
Grabs her. You know, he's grabbing on her face. He ends up opening the door, just busting through really. She is butt-ass naked in the corner crying.
Dude, I don't like her, but I felt so terrible for her because you're naked, you're vulnerable, you're fucking scared to death. This is the last thing you see is this big monster come at you, dude. It's scary. It's terrifying.
Yeah, she's in the corner crying like, no, no, no. Just like Susie, which I also thought was interesting. They kind of do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And once again, does nothing to stop Jason from taking this giant shard of glass from the mirror.
Oh, this is what you mean. He takes it and it's like comes down so slow.
Very, very slow. He's coming toward her and she's just yelling, no, no, no. It's just like the first kill with Susie or Susie's kill, I should say.
Yeah.
So I just found that interesting that they were done the exact same way with both girls yelling, no, no, no.
Yeah.
And then the thing coming slowly. I don't know.
It's scary.
But he, once again, stabs her off screen.
Yeah. And it's like as he stabs her, the boat horn goes off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so now we see Captain Robertson and his first mate, Jim. There's a lot of Jim and Jimmys in the movies.
Jim and Jimmys. Yeah, it's a common name, I guess.
It is. And so they're chatting and
there's a huge storm coming. They're talking about this big ass storm coming.
Yes. And the captain leaves for a second. Mm-hmm. We see Jim get killed by Jason when he comes into the helm or cockpit or bridge or wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. Those are all the names for them that I found.
Love it.
But Sean does eventually call it a bridge, where the captain actually steers the ship, you know, and stabs Jim through the back with what looked like another harpoon. He like takes it off the wall and then shoves it through his back. I don't know if it's a harpoon or a spear gun, but it looks like he changed it up a little bit.
So I just want to like mention a couple of things here. When Jason is like coming down to like grab that thing off the wall, I just felt like the lighting was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the captain tells his co-captain.
Yes, which side note, earlier I said first mate Jim. I actually don't think he is credited as having a name. I think he is called, I just had it.
Well, I have him listed as Carl, and that's definitely not his name.
I had Jim. You had Carl. We looked up the cast, and it's like
engineer.
Chief engineer.
Chief engineer. So
his captain or co-captain.
Let's just call him a co-captain. That just seems like it's easier. But he tells his co-captain, like, in this scene, he definitely realizes that he's too hard on Sean.
Yeah.
And he tells him not to be too hard on his kid, because I think he's got like a newborn kid or something like that. Yeah. And he basically tells him, like, you know, don't be too hard on him. And his co-captain's looking at him like the subtext of it is like, yeah, dude, don't worry, I won't.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't you. You know what I mean? But I thought it was a good scene because it makes the co-captain an actual person, not just some random death. Like, this is a man with a child, a family. You know what I mean? I just think it makes his death in the next scene like actually mean something.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, I agree. And so then Captain Robertson comes back and Jason is, of course, not too far away. And he comes up from behind Captain Robertson as he finds his co-captain dead and slits his throat.
Dude, it's fucking gnarly and it's in slow motion.
Yeah. And so like when his head goes back, it just like the wound opens a little bit. I always hate that.
Dude, he looks so, his face, like his facial expression is so scary.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, so we cut to Sean and Rennie, and they're going to the captain's like quarters, and then Sean finds his dad's body propped up on the wheel of the ship, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the trauma. He is gonna have to have so much therapy after this. Like, that is so, I can't even imagine. That's gut wrenching.
And the one who finds them too. Dude. I hate that.
And then Sean immediately like makes an announcement.
Yeah, he does the right thing.
Like, he goes into captain mode.
Yeah.
So all the things his dad taught him, we see now. It starts to come into play. Like, he knows what to do.
Yeah, he calls everyone to the bridge. That's where I was like, okay, bridge, got it.
Oh my God,
over the PA.
Dude.
He tells them to come to the bridge, and he also calls the Coast Guard, which feels like the right thing to do.
Yes, absolutely. And just as he gets somebody on the radio, Jason cuts the antenna. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the fucking ship hand pops up again and tells them they're all going to die. Dude, it's not the time.
Yeah, he's like, he's come back and you're the last ones. And Like,
he came down the river and he came aboard.
Can you read the room?
Like, now is not the time, dude. We already know that shit's hitting the fan. Why are you inducing panic?
Yeah, like, at least share something helpful. Do you know how to beat him?
Yes.
Perhaps?
They basically tell him that Jason's walking around the ship.
Yeah.
And Charles, like, loses it.
Yeah.
He's pissed. He tells the guy he's insane and that he actually thinks that it could be him.
The deckhand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Charles wants to hear nothing of Jason Voorhees. He's like, nope, Jason is dead. He's been dead for years.
Which I understand why.
Yeah.
He feels that way.
Yeah.
And I also understand why he thinks that the deckhand, ship hand could potentially be the killer.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And then, like, Julius shows up. And Julius, like, or I think Julius might have already been there. But basically, he wants the group to go and get Jason before Jason gets them, essentially.
Right.
He doesn't refer to him as Jason, but he says, like, let's get the guy before the guy gets us.
Oh my gosh. He literally says, like, let's go find the motherfucker that did this or something like that.
Dude, I'm like, Julius, let's go.
Of course, Uncle Charles is like, watch your mouth, young man. I'm like, that's what you're worried about right now?
I know. He's like, he tries to tell them that he's in charge. And Julius is like, dude, school's out.
Yeah.
School's out, bro. I don't give a fuck. You ain't in charge anymore. I loved it. I love Julius,
That's
man.
totally you coded right there.
I know, right?
Fuck you all. Fuck the world.
Let's go.
Also, that is such an old teacher thing to do.
Oh, watch your mouth, young man.
Like, there has been a murder and you're worried about swearing.
Nobody cares anymore.
Fuck
Drop
off.
whatever swear word that rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Right.
It's appropriate.
Meanwhile, Rennie is now like pulling levers and shit. So Sean told her to go drop the anchors, is what I understand from the scene. Because when her uncle pops up,
yes,
he's like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yes, when actually you're supposed to drop an anchor during a storm.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh.
Because apparently sailors do that so that, like, it can help it secures their vessel against, like, super high winds.
Okay.
And, like, waves and shit.
Yeah.
So it also goes to show that Sean does know what he's doing.
Okay.
Because Charles is like, don't drop it. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I wrote, I don't know anything about boats because, he's like, do you think dropping an anchor in a storm makes any sense whatsoever?
And it actually does make sense.
And I'm like, I don't know. If someone who knew how to sail a ship told me to do it, I would listen to them because
I Googled it because I didn't know either, but I was like kind of curious because
interesting.
Sean's dad was a captain, so you think he'd like pick up some stuff, you know?
Yeah. And meanwhile, I'm writing, well, we learned earlier that Sean doesn't remember how to do everything perfectly. So that also made sense if you weren't supposed to do that. But
it proves that Sean does know what he's doing.
I like that better.
And I like that. I like it. I like it. So Eva goes looking for Tamara. Tamara, whatever the fuck. She comes to her room and she sees the giant hole in the door.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck? And then she sees Tamara's body on the ground in glass and she's all fucked up. She's all fucked up. She turns and runs right into Jason.
Yep.
And she starts running. Boom, 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 boom. Now she's in the disco party room. I love this scene.
I was like, he's chasing her to the disco. That's what I wrote.
Dude, I love this scene.
Like, they were really about to party on this ship.
It scares me. This scene scares me because essentially she's in this party room and the disco ball's going and there's mirrors everywhere. And every time she turns to look, Jason pops up.
Yes. And there's like balloons and it's a party and music that makes you feel like this would be fun.
Yes.
But it is not fucking fun.
Dude, it is scary. And he's so big and intimidating.
Yeah.
I just love this entire, it's so good.
She's on the dance floor and he grabs her by the throat, lifts her above his head until she's unconscious, and then just tosses her body to the ground.
Like, she takes a hefty bump here.
Yeah. I thought he was going to stick her head in the disco ball.
Oh, that would have been epic.
You can't have it all.
That's all right.
But it's okay.
One can dream.
Yeah.
But he chokes the shit out of her, dude. It's so scary.
And I hate that. It just feels so
personal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Ugh.
So now we cut to Julius, Wayne.
Oh, dude. Julius has got the weapons. He's distributing them out. I love Julius.
And 3 other guys. I did not get their names.
He's so brave. He's so brave. I'm like, yes, Julius.
Oh, we stand Julius in this chat. So yeah, it's 3 other guys with them, Julius and Wayne. And they make a huge mistake. They all split up. But I will say also about this scene, I love that they're like, one of the kids is like, what are you taking, Julius? And he goes, nothing. but this gun. And I wrote, okay.
All right, Julius.
Like, I don't know.
Take the gun.
It was just so funny how he said it. So Wayne is now in the engine room or power room by himself. Yes. And he is holding this gun with one hand, which I think is like, if I remember correctly, maybe like a shotgun or something. So it's like a longer gun.
Right.
Which I would recommend probably using two hands with. Yes. But he's filming on like a giant ass camcorder.
He is like so ahead of his time.
This is the part where I was like, he is ahead of his time.
Yes, this is like someone would be doing this on TikTok for sure.
Oh yeah, like
I'm live streaming.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Like it's a Twitch live stream.
Yeah.
Here comes Jason.
And also ahead of his time, just like recording in the most dire of situations.
Yeah.
Of let me pull my phone out.
I know. Yeah. Crazy. He also like he's walking through this like boiler room, this is where JJ dies, right?
Yes.
So someone steps in front of him and he can't see who it is because the steam knocked his glasses off, and it's the mechanic guy.
Yeah, he's credited as trainer.
But he ends up killing the guy.
Yeah, Wayne shoots him.
Yeah, Wayne shoots him
because he just sees a figure.
Because he sees a figure and he thinks it might be the killer, and it's so sad because I can't even imagine what that feels like. Like you shoot someone out of panic and then you realize like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like super shitty. And then we see through the camera lens because Wayne has dropped his camera.
Yeah.
So we see through the camera lens, Jason steps up and he like punches the camera.
Yeah.
And it flies out of Wayne's hands and he takes off, like he goes running down further. And he trips over JJ's guitar, and this is where he discovers JJ's body.
Yeah.
Sorry, he didn't originally drop the camera. Jason punches it out of his hand.
Yeah.
I had to correct myself there. Jason then grabs him and tosses him into the electrical box gimmick.
Yep.
And electrocutes the shit out of him.
Yeah.
While also starting a fire.
Yes. There is now a fire in the engine room. So back in the bridge, Uncle Charles is basically roasting Sean for not knowing how to run the boat as the son of a captain.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you should know how to do this. Like,
such
sir,
an annoying prick, man.
Would you like to handle this? Would you like to do what you're supposed to do on a ship? No, because you don't know. He is a prick.
Yeah.
And so now the fire alarm is going off because there's that fire.
Yes. Wayne's body is on fire. And like, I don't know why I just thought this was so funny. Like Jason sees that the fire is about to hit the gas tanks. And then he punches the fire alarm.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really get that. I don't know if it's just to like cause like commotion.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious. Like he was just watching the fire and then he was like, do, 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 do.
Maybe because he has a goal, right? He is trying to get Rennie.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't want the explosion to like kill her, or
I guess
if there's an explosion, he's not gonna be able to find her.
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious. Like Jason has he has an agenda, man.
Oh, he does.
He really does.
He's like, oh, safety first. Psh.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so now Charles thinks that the deckhand, which I also have listed as a custodian, but he was credited as deckhand. He thinks that the deckhand rang the alarm as a strategy to incite panic. And so Charles grabs a flare gun and goes to look for him.
Yes, exactly.
Meanwhile, Jason has found one of the three guys that went with Julius and Wayne, the blonde one who's wearing a sweet neon colored sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's got like an axe.
Yeah. The blonde guy does, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy sees Jason. He goes to climb up on the ship, like climb up a pole to get away from Jason. Jason ends up tossing him off of it, and the kid gets impaled when he lands on the deck.
Yeah, exactly. The kid tries to hit him with the axe, but Jason just is like, no.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Nice try, though. So now Julius runs up, and Jason just tosses him overboard.
Dude, it's wild.
So he's basically picking them off one by one at this point, or so we think.
Yes, exactly. Rennie is locked in her room, and she looks out the window, and she sees baby Jason again. Jason smashes his head into her boat window and grabs her by the throat. So essentially, like, she sees baby Jason, who then is actually like giant Jason.
Yeah.
And
when you said baby Jason, I thought you were going to say baby Jesus for a second.
And then she sees baby Jesus. Hi, Jesus. Kind of like Jesus. Jason smashes his head into the boat window. He grabs her by the throat while baby Jason like watches.
Yeah.
Because baby Jason is now like standing in her room dripping water, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm calling him baby Jason.
I know, it's the baby Jason for me that I just keep.
So Rennie grabs a letter opener and she stabs him right in the fucking eyeball.
Oh, I could be wrong. I thought this was the pen that she was gifted.
Maybe it is.
I feel like that would bring it back, right?
Sure. Yes. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
She stuns him and he pulls the gimmick. He pulls it right out of his eye.
Yeah.
And then Sean busts into her room and like Rennie like cries to him.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of that thing of like, is he real? Like Rennie's been hallucinating this whole fucking time, right? So like, yeah.
I definitely think that's supposed to be a moment of like, is this
it
really happening or not? Yeah.
Yes. And then there's like a huge explosion.
Huge explosion in the power room.
Yep.
We see Charles searching for the deckhand in the kitchen. He walks past some utensils hanging like from one of those, I'm assuming like magnetic. Maybe they didn't have these back then. Maybe it was a hook. It doesn't matter. There were like utensils hanging and one was a giant knife.
Right.
He walks past it and when he walks back through the kitchen, it's gone.
Yes, exactly.
Then out pops the deckhand and he has the knife.
He does.
So I'm like, brother, you're not making yourself look too good here.
Yes, exactly. Also, like the ship is filling with water, dude. It's fucking scary, man.
There is just pure chaos happening on the ship.
This is why I don't get on boats. This is why I don't mess with water, man.
Yeah.
Anything against the elements, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, dude. Just the way it is.
But the deckhand, he just kind of pushes Charles and runs away.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what his intentions are here. But
I think he's scared.
I think he is scared, and he probably is grabbing the knife because he knows that Charles is coming for him.
And he also knows that Jason's coming for him.
Oh, yeah, that
so
too.
He's got 2 against 1, man.
That too.
Yeah.
So Sean and Rennie go to find the engine room, which kudos to Rennie for going with him because like you just heard an explosion and now you're going toward it.
Yeah.
And also kudos to Sean because he's trying to like save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get there, the door opens and so much water pours out.
It's so scary, dude.
Yeah, he's yelling. Sean is yelling to get everyone off the ship. They run into Charles, and Charles is like, "This is all your fault," to Sean.
Right.
Rennie shouldn't have been here.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean is telling Charles, "You will listen to me if you want to get off the ship." So he is finally taking charge.
Mm-hmm.
He basically had like a "I'm the captain now" moment.
I loved it.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. Oh, we also find out that the restaurant is gone and all the kids were in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot of kids on this boat, and then all of a sudden there are none.
You're right.
Yeah.
I totally missed that. I remember her saying the kitchen was gone, but I just assumed in the explosion or flood that happened. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
So we find that out. And then the deckhand appears again, looking like he's going to attack them.
Yes.
But then he collapses, and he has an axe in his back.
Yeah.
So the deckhand is out.
He is not the killer.
No.
Now, they need to get off the ship. So Sean and all the others are climbing down a ladder on the side of the ship to get in this tiny boat.
Dude, this was like giving me Titanic vibes.
Is it called a lifeboat?
Like a lifeboat, a life raft. Yeah.
Okay.
Lifeboat.
And
yeah.
so
and Jason's watching them, dude.
as they're doing this, Jason is standing on the deck just looking down at them.
It's so scary.
And they can see him now. It's so scary.
Also, this was all, obviously, this is the 80s, so this is not a green screen. It's all shot in real water.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to think about it. It's cold, it's wet, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
wild.
And if you see, so they get in the boats, they get down.
Right. It's Sean, Rennie, Charles, and Colleen.
Right. And remember, Julius was thrown overboard.
Mm-hmm.
So also, it's like foggy,
mm-hmm.
which is so scary. I would be fucking shitting bricks. Okay?
Oh, it just adds so much to the horror.
Absolutely. And Julius pops out.
Yes, out of nowhere. He pops up like Jason in the first movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So he actually, the actor, it was very miserable at this point.
Yeah.
Because he had to keep popping out of the water like that. Mm-hmm. And I guess in one of the takes, and I think it's the one that's in the movie, he hits his chin and his teeth on the side of the boat when he gets pulled in. Yeah. He was describing it as just very miserable. It was cold. It was wet. It was nighttime.
Yeah.
Just not a party.
But he is alive, and so is Toby.
Toby is too. I love this whole scene because so they're in the lifeboat and the kids look exhausted. Some of them are falling asleep. Charles is being a fucking dick.
Such a little shit.
Yeah, he's just being an asshole. Julius gives Sean a really good pep talk. Mm-hmm. Julius is like, he's our captain as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, like, you can really see a contrast on how like how Charles is towards Sean, right? And then how his dad was towards him.
Yeah.
Like it was just interesting how they're both these sort of like
overbearing characters.
And then you have Julius, who's the exact opposite of those characters. And instead of being like overly he's very encouraging. He's very positive. He's very motivated. I don't know. I just really loved that.
Me too. Yeah. And I will say, like, his dad was a little better than Charles, because Charles is just a dick.
No, for sure.
But the dad was overbearing. He was just trying to do it. It seemed like from good intentions.
Yeah.
But Charles is sitting on this boat going, do you have any idea where we are, Sean? And Sean
he's just like hounding him, dude.
Meanwhile, doing none of the work. Like Sean and Julius are the ones rowing this boat. And he's just sitting. Charles is just sitting back complaining.
He was driving me crazy.
Sean is trying to use the sextant that his father gave him here.
That's right. Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I don't think it's really working. And they're like rowing. And the only two that stay awake are Julius and Sean. The rest of them fall asleep and they're paddling. And Julius sees the Statue of Liberty. And this was one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. He turns to Sean and says, you did it.
Yeah.
You got us here, man.
So I think the sextant did work.
But like Julius could have easily, if he was a dick, he could have been like, he could have taken the credit for that.
Yeah.
But he looked at Sean and was like, you did this, dude. I love Julius. My favorite.
He starts singing
favorite.
New York, New York.
Oh, I just loved it. I was like, yes, Julius.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine seeing the shore after being lost.
They're all just so happy. Yeah. And they pull up to the harbor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Here comes Jason popping out of the water like a fucking scuba diver, dude.
No, legit. Like at the same time he gets to the dock. Like he must be a great swimmer now in his adult life.
Top tier. The director / writer, when he talks about it, he was like, yeah, you know, he got there.
Yeah.
There's no real explanation.
Nah, because what are you going to do? End the movie there? Like, no, you have to have more of Jason. You have to have something of him in Manhattan, right? Once he gets out of the water, once Jason gets out of the water, he comes face to face with this giant billboard that shows a hockey player that's wearing his same mask.
Yeah, the Eastern Hockey League. And what does he do? He head tilts.
He does.
I love it.
Meanwhile, the group of Sean, Rennie, Julius, Colleen, Charles, and Toby are getting mugged.
Dude, they're like walking down the streets of New York. Like, we got to describe what this looks like.
Oh my gosh.
There are alleyways everywhere. There's steam coming from the sewer. There's toxic waste everywhere.
Like barrels of toxic waste.
There are no people on the streets.
Yeah, except these thugs.
Except for the muggers. This is New York City. I don't care how late it is. It's a deserted city. There's no one there.
Yeah, like no matter how late it is, you're saying there are going to be people walking around.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And they are credited as Gangbanger 1 and 2. But I think just for simplicity, I'm going to call them the thugs.
The thugs. They actually, they go after Rennie right away, but they try to, they take her necklace and then they go to shoot. The one guy goes to shoot Toby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
But they end up taking Rennie.
Yeah. Rennie does scream and like pushes him so he misses, but he does fire.
Oh yeah. He's going to shoot Toby.
And also they don't even take her necklace. They rip it off. And then I don't know if they had dropped it by accident, but Sean does end up picking it up.
He does.
So he has it again.
So they take Rennie and Julius is like, let's fucking go after them. And Charles is like, we need to go to the police.
They just took your niece.
Dude.
These two thugs, gangbangers, whatever, were being real creepy toward your niece and then took her into an alleyway, bro.
So lame.
And there are a bunch of you and you're telling me that you're just gonna let them take her?
I know.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. Now, this is even crazier. They decide it'd be way more productive if they split up.
Like, in what world?
Why would you do that?
Meanwhile, we see that Rennie is taken into an alley.
Oh my God, this is so scary.
I
thought this was going to happen to me as a child. I was so scared of this happening to me as a child.
They straight up take this giant ass syringe and they're
the
like
biggest needle I've ever seen.
They're going closer and closer. Also, I don't know what they have in here. You can guess what kind of drug is in here. They're injecting it into her arm.
I'm guessing it's heroin.
Probably, but also it looks like toxic waste to me.
It does.
I don't know what it actually looks like, but it looks like whatever's in those barrels.
No, for real.
But they're going toward her arm and I really thought that they were going to be stopped before they did it.
So did I.
But they're not. They inject her with drugs.
Dude.
And he says, with the drugs, okay? Well, because I don't technically know what it is, but...
When did this come out? 88?
89.
So this was during like the war on drugs.
And
so that makes sense.
And one of the thugs does say, "You'll feel better if you're stoned." So yeah, it's.
Well, and he's about to assault her.
He's gonna try to assault her, yeah. And so one of the friends leaves for a minute, and the other, like we just mentioned, is about to assault her. Meanwhile, Jason has picked up the syringe and now comes up behind this guy and shoves it through his back.
Dude, through it.
Like, it comes out the front of his chest, so his whole fist had to have gone through his back. And the friend comes back and is like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Okay, and Jason is like, "Shoot me, bitch."
Yeah,
like, that's the look he gives him.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, I dare you, pull that trigger. Let's see what happens.
And he does. He starts shooting at Jason. Jason takes him by the head and smashes his face into a pipe.
But dude, when Jason's getting shot, he's like, boom, keeps coming.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. He's like Terminator style, dude.
Yeah,
I
of
love it.
course.
It's so bomb.
I wrote, not Jason being the hero right now.
No, he really did save her. And he also looked kind of like wet and sparkly. Like a little bit. He's big and terrifying, but he does sparkle.
Yeah, he does. And Rennie runs away during this time, which I was like, I guess he wants to be the one to kill Rennie or whatever he's trying to do.
He's against sex, so
that's true.
He was like, not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
It's not happening.
I'm only going to kill her. That's all.
That's right.
And so now we cut to Julius, who finds a payphone and is calling the police. But as soon as they answer, Jason shows up. And
he's everywhere.
I cannot tell you how many times in my notes it just says, and then Jason shows up, and then Jason pops out, and then Jason is somehow there throughout this entire movie. But he does show up and he punches through the phone booth. Just very dramatic. And now he chases Julius to a rooftop.
Oh, by the way, these are all the same alleys. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier.
You did.
All
that
the same alley.
Being
they just
recycled.
It. Yep.
So he chases Julius to a rooftop where Julius starts using what he knows best, his fists.
Okay, just hold the phone here. Not only does he chase him up the roof, but let me ask you a question. He's chasing him up the roof, but somehow ends up on the opposite side of the roof.
This happens a lot.
As Julius.
This happens a lot.
So, I mean, let me tell you, the visual is amazing. It's a showdown between Julius and Jason. It's great. However, did he teleport there?
He must have.
I guess.
Or he's just real slick. We never see him run, but he's actually really fast.
Oh, yeah, he's quick. I mean, he does run in some of them. He just doesn't run in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's like he's kayfabing.
Yeah.
He only runs when the camera's not on him, you know?
Exactly. So now Julius is punching Jason at first in the mask and then later in the stomach. This is a really long scene.
He also is legitimately punching the shit out of Kane Hodder.
Yeah, so I read that Kane Hodder told him, like, "Hey, I'm wearing a bunch of padding. Like, really just lay it in." Yeah,
but it hurt a lot. Kane Hodder, I watched the documentary and Kane Hodder was just like, yeah, he was hitting me. He was hitting me. Yeah, like, even though he had padding on.
It takes a lot of skill to work a punch, okay?
No, it really does. It really does, yeah.
But this scene is very long. There's no music in the background.
Dude, I love it.
I think it added to the element of just exhaustion. You see Julius getting more and more tired because Jason is moving backwards every time he gets punched.
He's rocking him. He is.
But
he's wearing himself down.
Julius is wearing himself down.
Yes.
Jason doesn't seem affected. He's just kind of getting pushed back.
I don't know. I think Jason is taking a beating, but he's not going to wear out as quickly as Julius is going to wear out. And Julius, this is why I keep saying he's so brave. Yeah. When I say he goes down swinging,
he does, literally.
He gets to a point where he is on his, like, he's almost on his knees. Like, he's punching him and falling forward. Like, it's so admirable. Like,
yeah.
Oh, my God. And then finally, when he realizes, he punches Jason all the way to the edge of the building. And if he had the stamina to keep going, he might have been able to knock him off.
Yeah.
But he runs out of steam, and he stops and looks at Jason and just says, "Take your best shot, motherfucker."
And Jason winds up and literally knocks his fucking head off.
Dude.
Like, when I say I want to knock someone's block off, this is exactly what I mean.
I know, right? and so he knocks his head off, and then we are his head. So the camera goes flying off the side of the building.
Yeah.
And the director really wanted that. The director wanted, like, that angle.
The POV, you are the head.
The POV of you are the head. It goes flying down, and then it hits something and goes into a dumpster.
In a dumpster, yeah.
And apparently that gag head was all over the set. Like, it was popping up all over the place.
They're just, like, throwing it all over the place.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
Funny. See, that's a prank.
I thought that was a great kill. I think he said, Kane Hodder said that was his favorite kill in the movie.
I really do love that one. I audibly reacted to it. I also wrote Julius deserved better.
I love Julius, man.
It's still a great kill.
What a bad ass.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
So now back in the alley, Rennie is fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. And Sean finds her.
He finds her and she's seeing double.
Oh yeah.
She's seeing double. She's crying. And he finds her and they go to find the others. And now Charles has found a police officer who is very ready to draw his gun on anyone because he like walks up to Colleen and is like, freeze. And she's like, easy. Yeah. I mean, at least he's taking it seriously, I guess.
True. Yeah.
So Sean finds them and tells them that he saw Jason. Charles is not having it.
I know. He's still.
All 4 of them now we're going over to the police car and they're getting in the back seat. And they're telling the police officer, yeah, we need to find Julius. And Charles is like, I'm sure he'll pop up soon. They look forward, all start screaming. And then we see that Julius's head was placed on the dashboard of the cop car. So the cop is trying to get in. He's kind of freaking out. Jason grabs the cop before he can even get in the car and like takes him out. I don't think we see what happens to him, right? He just kind of gets like tossed.
I think he just got tossed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rennie gets in the driver's seat of the cop car and floors it toward Jason. She sees young Jason again, like a vision, I guess. Except this time he's like fully the Jason we see at the end of part 1, where he's like fully deformed.
Yeah, now it's like goes into like slow motion.
Yeah, she's flooring it, but it's
slow motion.
It's very interesting.
And she like crashes into a building.
Remember, she's also high right now.
That
so
is
maybe
true,
maybe
dude.
she was seeing it in slow motion.
Dude, good point. Yo, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I don't know. But she slams into Jason, like actual Jason, who is now laid out on the ground. And so they all escape the car. It blows up. Okay.
Colleen does not explode. Does not.
She didn't?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Colleen does not escape.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, Colleen explodes.
Okay. Why was I literally thinking when I was typing my notes? I was like, I don't know what happened to Colleen. And I just keep typing. I'm like, it's not important. She gets blown up.
She gets blown up, dude.
I didn't even catch that. Damn.
And that's why Rennie is like staring into like the blazing car.
Okay.
Right? Like at least that's how I took it. She definitely looks sad.
Okay, so what I thought was she is staring at, because we see that Jason's body is on the ground on fire, right?
Yeah.
And so she's staring into the flame, and then it kind of turns into this vision of the lake.
Right. Well, okay. So yes, she's staring into the blazing car.
Okay.
And then she notices that a puddle is on fire.
Oh, I thought that was Jason on fire. Got it. Okay.
And then the puddle, she crouches down and now she sees like the flashback.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, in this scene, if I were Sean or Charles or both, I would be dragging her ass the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Jason is right behind you. I don't care what kind of flashback you're having. I don't care how stoned you are. Bitch, we gotta go.
For real.
This is not the time.
Was he on fire? Or was it just the puddle on fire?
The puddle was on fire.
Oh, okay. So I thought Jason was on fire when she was staring at it, but I could be very well mistaken. So okay.
I don't recall him being on fire.
Got it. Okay.
Here.
So I'm gonna say you are correct.
So
JK, everyone.
I was just like I don't think so. I don't think he was on fire because when she launched him when she ran him over.
Right.
So
okay.
In any event,
it was dark. So it was hard.
No, yeah,
Maybe
for sure. I'm just saying, like, girl, what are you like?
Yeah, we gotta go.
We have to leave, okay?
Yeah.
Jason just punched the block off of somebody. Colleen just got blown to bits. It's time to haul ass,
Not blown to bits. So yeah, she's having this flashback now, and we see a boat rowing on the lake, and it's a young Rennie in this little rowboat with her uncle.
And we're on Crystal Lake.
Charles on Crystal Lake. And he's like, we've been coming here for 3 years, and you still haven't learned to swim. It's time you learn. You don't want to drown like that Voorhees boy. And he starts scaring her, telling her about Jason Voorhees drowning in that very lake.
Why would you tell a little girl that right before you yeet her into a lake?
And yeah, he's like, he's still at the bottom of this lake. It's so fucked up.
No, it's awful.
And she's like, you're lying. And then he goes, let's find out, and shoves her in. She's probably like, what, 8,
little,
10?
Very little, yeah.
Did you ever see those videos of babies being tossed into the water to like learn how to swim?
No.
And they do.
Really?
I don't know. There's a strategy to it. I'm sure. For like swim class.
Oh,
Not
wow.
just tossing them in. I don't know.
Whoa.
But still, the videos freak me out. Anyway, We see young Rennie getting pulled down by the young Jason. Mm-hmm. And so this is why she's afraid of the water, because this happened to her as a child.
Dude, it's so dark. It's like, it's so creepy, man. Jason like grabs her legs, he pulls her under the water, and then she remembers. And when she comes to, she looks pissed.
It almost looks like, to me, it almost looked like she is just remembering this now.
Yeah.
Like she had it repressed.
I think she did.
Okay.
Absolutely. She absolutely was afraid of water and didn't know why.
Because she turns to her uncle
and
is
mad.
like, she's like, you pushed me into the lake.
Yes. Because I think he's been afraid for years that she was going to remember.
That makes sense. And that's why he was so adamantly against her going on this cruise.
Because what if it like jargoned up a memory or something, right?
Yeah. And he says, I was only trying to teach you. And she goes, I was drowning. And also Jason was down there. Hello.
No, exactly. Sean calls him a son of a bitch.
And
I'm just sitting here going, can you guys move your fucking asses? Jason is right there.
Sean does push Charles down into a pile of garbage. And then Sean and Rennie leave. I was like, yeah, leave him. Leave Charles back there.
Yeah, now Charles is alone. And now Jason wakes up.
Yeah, we cut to Jason and surprise to no one. He's still alive.
Yes, he is. He stalks over to Charles. And Charles takes off running, but Jason obviously is right behind him.
Oh, he totally has that moment of you, it's not possible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Charles, keep up. Okay. We all already know.
We've been telling you, Charles, I love this scene.
Me too.
It's so funny.
Can you set it, please? Set the stage.
Yes. So Charles is running away. Jason is chasing him, of course. Charles runs into what looks like an abandoned building and almost immediately gets tossed out a second or third story window by Jason.
Like, just like
how?
The definition of yeeting somebody.
That was a yeet for sure.
Yeah.
How the fuck did Jason get up there that fast?
He is teleporting in this movie, man.
That was wild. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so now Jason grabs Charles, because he's not dead, by the way, dumps him head first into a literal barrel of toxic waste.
Yes.
Which I don't think has ever existed just randomly around the city of New York ever.
I definitely don't think so. It's super nasty, though.
It's like a barrel full of green liquid.
And there's a dead rat floating in it.
Honestly, as a child, this is what I thought New York would be because of shows like Ninja Turtles. They make me think it's just toxic waste and pizza. Pizza...
Who was your favorite Ninja Turtle? Go.
Michelangelo.
Leonardo.
Wait, Michelangelo's the orange one, right?
Yeah, he liked all the pizza. Well, they all liked pizza, but Michelangelo was like the kooky one.
He was funny.
He was like, dude.
He was funny.
And Leonardo was the leader.
I get that.
I just loved him.
You know what? Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also liked... Wait, am I going to get this right? I know Leonardo. Tell me.
Do you want me to give you the names?
The names?
Of all the turtles?
Oh, no. Raphael had the sai.
Yep.
Michelangelo had the nunchucks.
Yep.
Okay.
Donatello had the staff.
And don't tell me, Leonardo had... Was it a sword?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I could not think of what Leonardo had, but I do remember thinking the nunchucks were really cool, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Poor Donatello, I feel like he always was like, you know...
I know, but he was the smart one.
Was anyone's favorite Donatello? Please let us know.
Yeah,
I think the staff. I was like, staff is boring.
I know. I agree. And I liked that Raphael was like he was kind of like a moody. He was very moody, very broody, very like,
absolutely.
My life's hard. You guys are annoying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I love how I was judging it by like, yes, personality, but also weapon choice.
Like, what is your weapon?
Yeah. What is your weapon of choice?
Oh, and I loved Splinter too.
Yeah.
So Sean and Rennie are like hanging in an alley here. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Like the sense of urgency
it's killing me.
It's lacking here.
But also Rennie is sitting on an armchair in this alleyway and I wrote, girl, you got bed bugs now.
No, you should not be sitting on that. I mean,
No.
she's already high. She's traumatized. I guess that's the last thing that she's concerned with.
Yeah.
But she tells Sean that she was at school when she found out that her parents died in a car accident.
Yes.
And she feels like everyone she cares about, she loses. Mm-hmm. And he's like, don't worry, baby.
It won't happen this time.
You're not going to lose me. And then they kiss. And I said, not the time. You know what I mean? Jason and all. Like,
this is what I'm saying. Okay.
Not the time.
Also, making out when one of the parties involved is emotional always bothers me. We've talked about this before.
Okay. If I tell a guy, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if I tell a guy that if I divulge to him, like, you know, my dad died when I was 12 and it was really hard. The last thing I'm going to do right after that is like stick my tongue in your mouth.
No, for real.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I don't know. I guess you have to feel the vibes out.
Sure.
But it's just not sexy.
No. And I can't speak for everyone, but kissing while crying actually sounds horrible.
We've talked about that. Your dick, I'm not going to wipe your tears with my dick or whatever the fuck I said, right? What was the line?
I like it better that way. You flip it. I'm not going to wipe your tears with my dick, okay?
What did I say?
I'm not going to wipe my tears with your dick.
Yes. No, but for real, it's like, it's not the time.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet that he's like, don't worry, baby, I got you.
Like, this isn't going to happen with me. Sure. That's
I love
really
that.
nice.
That's a cuddle moment.
Exactly.
That could eventually maybe, but Jason Voorhees is after us and we're a nasty, dirty ass alley. It's not the time.
You're on upholstery with bed bugs, probably.
I also was injected with heroin, like dirty street heroin. Like, I just watched my uncle get yeeted and drowned. My
English
favorite teacher just blew up in a car.
Now that we're adding everything that's going on, it makes it even worse. I want to make out with you right now. Okay. So,
wow.
Anywho, Jason does show up, of course.
Oh, he pops out of some boxes looking fucking scary. He's like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, are you being horny, Sean? Guess what?
Here I am. But like popping out of a cake.
Yeah.
Like he's ready to roll.
He's breaking through glass. He's just being a menace, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And Sean and Rennie run onto the subway.
Yes. Oh, and there is a bomb-ass deleted scene. So Sean and Rennie are like, they run into the subway station.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a huge ass escalator going down into the tunnels.
Okay.
And so they run down the tunnels. In the deleted scene, Jason is coming down the escalator and like bashes into like a guy.
Okay.
And they deleted the scene.
Oh.
And I wish they would have kept it. We'll post it on Instagram because I watch it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
he
really
does check someone on the subway too, which I also love, which we'll talk
the lady?
about.
Oh,
yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But it's a great scene. And it's all very Canadian to me. Like, if you've ever ridden the subway in Toronto, it has a very specific aesthetic.
Yeah, I have.
And the one in Vancouver, it looks similar, like all the red.
Okay.
And it looks very clean. Even though it's like,
you're like, I know this is Canada.
They try to like zhuzh it with like graffiti and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is definitely like Canadian vibes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Jason, of course, is already on the subway car.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen.
Once again, how?
Teleports. And okay, I have to say though, dude, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it in the Scream 6 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's so, when you take a terrifying character like a Jason or like a Ghostface and you put him in a real world situation, to me, I love it.
And New York City was perfect because I feel like the reactions were realistic.
Like nobody's paying attention.
They're like, oh, this guy's coming to kill you. Sorry.
Not my issue.
Not
my
my
business.
business.
Involved. Nope. I'm just going to keep reading my book.
Yeah. And so it's so funny too because they get on the subway car, they look over and Jason's just looking at them from the other car.
From the other car, yeah. Like, and so they start like going down the train. So like if you're on a subway car, I'm sure you've all been on a subway car, but maybe not. The trains are connected, kind of like a little trolley, and there are doors. So technically you're not allowed to do that. You're not supposed to be jumping trains.
Yeah, because you could slip through, I guess.
You could slip and die. You really could. But people do it.
Yeah.
And so they're running down the trains they're like train hopping.
Yeah.
Cart hopping, essentially. Right. And Jason's coming after them.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
He is dripping wet in this aisle. The whole movie, he is dripping wet. He looks slimy, like we've mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so he shoves this random girl who's standing up in the aisleway. The way she flails into the wall, dude. Oh my gosh. And she's like, ugh, like her reaction is so funny. And also it looks like it really hurt.
I know.
Oh my
it totally
gosh.
did. There's also like jazz music playing.
Yeah. Rennie starts screaming for help and everyone just stares at her.
No
and
one cares.
I wrote, that's very New York.
Yeah, nobody cares. Dude, one time I was on the subway in Toronto. Okay. The subway was pretty busy. Usually is at rush hour.
Yeah.
This man was walking around screaming.
Mm-hmm.
He got right in my face and was screaming like profanities and shit at me, just like screaming. Not one person helped me. Not one. I was so scared.
That was New York or Toronto?
Just Toronto.
Okay.
And I ended up moving trains. Obviously, I got off and I went to another train.
Yeah.
But I remember in that moment being like, That's like actually really fucked up.
It's really fucked up that no one would help you.
I was pretty young at the time too. Yeah. And this like very aggressive, he's a mentally unstable person, was screaming and like going like he was gonna like punch me.
Oh my gosh.
Like he was doing this like it was terrifying.
That makes me mad now, even though it's in the past. That makes me so mad. I don't know that I would be able to keep my composure and not just like fucking kick him in the kneecap or something.
I was just scared.
Oh, absolutely. But now.
Oh, now.
Like if that happened to you now, imagine.
Dude, it was awful.
But also you do want to just leave and not escalate the situation.
But like that thing is real. Like people don't want to get involved. And it's something about cities. People they keep their head down and they just plow forward.
And there's also the bystander effect for sure that happens in cities where they're like, oh, so many other people can hear
Somebody
this.
else will deal with this.
Surely someone else has called the police, you know?
Exactly.
That is one thing that I love so much of many things about Japan is when you're on the train, you don't fucking speak.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Or people will look at you like you are a fucking mongoloid.
No,
like it is
true.
such poor etiquette to be on your phone. You do not be on your phone.
Yeah.
You don't even talk in the subway.
Silent.
You shut the fuck up. I'm like, this is my vibe. Also, one time I was walking down the street in New York City and I watched a man spit at these women's feet. These women did not miss a beat. They didn't flinch. They literally maybe looked like that and then just did not stop telling their story to each other and just kept walking.
I mean, that's the only way that you deal with people like that.
You know that they were from there.
Oh, yeah. And that person that spat, it just wants your reaction.
Exactly.
Why else are you doing that?
Yeah.
You fucking
I was like,
psychopath.
I'm like, I'm not from here. I feel like if you do that in Detroit, you're going to get your ass beat.
Right.
But anywho.
So they're running. Jason yeets that lady. And then he's in the same cart as them.
Yes.
Okay. And they don't know what the fuck to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they pull the emergency gimmick that stops the train.
Yeah.
Jason falls. And when he gets up, he looks around. He does this quick look. It looks like he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
He eats shit. And he turns around dude, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, oh, you made me look bad.
Now I look stupid. Now I don't look menacing anymore.
Also, when Sean pulls that emergency brake, there's a poster on the wall that says Jason lives in graffiti, which is the name of the 6th movie.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Oh my God, what a great catch.
Also, everyone is complaining that the train is stopped. And there's this guy in the background that goes, hey, is this my stop?
No one gives a shit that dripping wet Jason Voorhees is on the train with them.
No.
Oh, I love it.
That's a normal day. That's oh, good.
Yeah.
You're just going to attack those people? Great.
You probably work in Times Square.
Oh, yeah. They probably think he's a gimmick character. That's, Oh my gosh. I know we're sidebarring a lot with Times Square stories, but I have to because one of the first times I ever went there for WSU, which is a wrestling promotion that used to run out of New York City sometimes, Marty Bell and Jessica Havoc and I went to Times Square. It was my first time in Times Square.
Oh my God, did you see Crackhead Elmo?
No, but I saw Crackhead Minnie Mouse. No, Crackhead Hello Kitty. Actually, this Hello Kitty was pretty good. I can't call it Crackhead.
Okay.
But Hello Kitty. And I didn't know the etiquette. I didn't know. I'm like, oh yeah, these characters. Sure, I'll take a picture with you. Yeah, that's fun. And then Hello Kitty was patting her purse
oh yeah,
the whole
you
time.
Better give me that money, man. Yeah.
And so then I'm like, oh shit. And then we tipped them. I mean, Marty is from New York, so she knew what was up, but I didn't know what was up.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so funny.
They do it in Vegas too.
In Vegas, and now whenever I see that, I'm like, duh. They're working for tips.
Yeah.
Why did my oblivious ass really think Hello Kitty wants us to take a picture with her?
Well, I mean, for all you could have just thought maybe they get paid hourly. Who knows?
Sure, but it's also in the middle of nowhere. It just seems so obvious now.
Yeah,
but at the time I was like, oh.
You're like, what?
But yes, okay, I digress.
No, you're good. So Jason climbs out of the train and because, okay, let me back up. Rennie and Sean get out of the train.
Yeah. It feels like they're luring him a little bit. I guess they're just escaping, but
they're escaping. Yeah. But I think at this point,
I think it feels like they're luring him because once Jason walks out of the car, Sean tackles him. So they are waiting for him.
For sure. Because subway trains, you can get electrocuted.
Yeah.
If you touch certain tracks. It's not all of them.
Right.
And actually, I want to say now they're covered. There's a covering on them. I don't think they always were back in the day, but I know there's a cover on the track part that can electrocute you.
It's the third rail or overhead wire that's usually electrified.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Electrical. Yeah.
Electrical.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Jason climbs out of the train and then, Rennie kind of throws him and he gets electrocuted and he almost looks dead.
Yeah. He definitely does. And I think explaining that is good too, because if you don't know a subway and you don't know how that works, it's confusing because you're like, Sean is also on the tracks.
Yeah, it's a very specific part of the track
yeah.
that you can't touch.
Right.
Which always used to scare me as a child.
Oh my gosh. Just don't touch any of it, okay? Just don't.
Just do not.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, Jason's laying there fried, and Sean and Rennie just quietly and slowly get up and walk away.
Well, at first they're like staring at him.
They're probably like waiting.
Yeah, and you're right. Then they're just like, all right, time to go.
It felt very like, all right, well.
And so then you see them climbing out, like you see them walking out of the subway station. Can I just describe this for a second?
Yes, please.
That's not a real subway station, and that's not a real staircase. They literally are crouched down, and then they're doing the like pretend climb up the stairs gimmick because there isn't a subway station that opens up right into Times Square.
Right. Okay.
So that's pretend.
But they were really in Times Square.
They are, but them climbing up that they're not actually climbing stairs out of a subway into Times Square. They're doing the like pretend to climb the stairs gimmick.
What were they or what were they crouching under?
Or railing. So you can't see them. You can't see their bodies.
Now I need to look back at that scene. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a bunch of sketchy looking characters walking through the streets while they come out, and you can see everything in Times Square, which I love seeing what was there at the time. I love that.
Me too. It's fucking mesmerizing.
Dude. I didn't find anything on this. I also didn't really search, but I just happened to notice one man in particular as they're coming out of the subway station who looks like he's in a trench coat with nothing underneath. And the reason I say that is because I might just be projecting this because of the way he looked, but his legs are completely bare and it looks like he's holding the coat closed. So to me, that gives Flasher vibes.
Do you think that they had a permit for that shot?
I don't know.
Because what if that is just some like dude? No, there's got to be extras.
I don't know.
No, there has to be extras.
But I also wonder if they just inserted that because they are making New York seem so like slimy and just seedy. Yeah. So I'm like, did they just insert that as a little thing because that's someone you might see walking around New York? It was weird that he looked like he was wearing no pants.
No, dude. Now I have to go back and watch it because I totally missed that. And like, I have to see it.
If anyone knows any information about that, I want to know.
Dude, so, and they're kind of like looking around in awe because this is probably their first time in the big city.
Yeah.
Jazz music's playing. It is very cool.
Yeah.
And then Sean declares that it's over.
Which we know it's probably not.
It's never over till it's over. Okay.
And here we get the shot of Jason in Manhattan.
Dude, the serotonin being pumped through my brain.
Yeah.
Oh my, I fucking love this shot.
It's like a spinning shot, right?
And I guess, so when they shot it, I love hearing Kane Hodder talk about it. And I've seen so many interviews where he tells the exact story because it's just, you can just tell that moment was everything to him. He felt like a fucking rock star. Mm-hmm. So they're filming in Times Square. There were tons of people there watching and they were all there was all like, you know, gated off or whatever. And he said that he's like standing in the middle and people were like hollering and stuff. So he went and like turned his head and like tilted it at them and they would just go like absolutely bananas.
I love that.
He said it was one of the coolest moments of his entire life.
I love that so much. I love hearing Kane Hodder talk too. And I know he talks a lot about staying in kayfabe basically.
He basically stays in kayfabe because he knows that's what like they wanted.
Yeah. So he leaves the mask on to not ruin the illusion for those fans watching.
And he fully says he believes that he was born to play Jason. Like, yo, oh my God, it just gave me like chills. Yeah. Oh, I just love it.
So yes, we have.
I wish I was alive. Well, I was like 2, but I wish I was like. I wish I could be an adult to be like. Could you imagine like watching that in real time?
That would be so cool,
dude. That's what I felt like Scream 6 missed. I know I keep talking about that, but that's just because it was supposed to be in New York. They should have had a Ghostface in Times Square moment. If you're gonna have a New York, you got like at least they had this scene. If they didn't have this scene, this movie would be. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. It would be. But
it would not be your favorite.
This scene alone?
Yeah. So we have the shot of Jason in Manhattan. He's looking slimy as fuck with all the bright lights behind him. Mm-hmm. Rennie turns around and sees him.
Dude, but you know what I think makes this besides the fact that it's cool that he's in New York City.
Yeah.
And even when he's on the subway station, Camp Crystal Lake, it could be in your brain not real. It's not a real place, right? It's a make-believe place.
Yeah.
New York City is a real place. And now you're taking Jason, who is this like super monster killer, and you're putting him in the real world. That's what I think makes it so fucking iconic.
Oh, yeah.
And awesome.
Yeah.
And obviously it's Times Square. But anyway, sorry, I'm done. Okay.
No, you're good. So Rennie sees him, they run, and Jason is just walking, just charging, right, to follow them. Jason walks past a group of young kids listening to a boombox, and he knocks it over. They were listening to a song. I meant to look it up, but I wrote down the lyrics. One of the lyrics says, "If the crack don't get you, then the hookers will."
Wow. Oh.
I don't know if it's a real
Great
song
music.
or not. The kid on the left is credited. I don't know why only the kid on the left is credited, but he is credited as Street Urchin.
Oh.
Vince Capone is his real name. And I had to look up, you already know, I had to look up what the fuck an urchin means. So urchin.
It's like a sea urchin?
No, an urchin is a mischievous young child, especially one who is poorly or raggedly dressed.
Oh, well, that does fit.
He's street urchin.
Okay.
So yeah, Jason knocks over their boombox and they're about to fuck him up.
Dude, he's like, "You're dead meat, slime bag."
Yeah, he is a slime bag, especially in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much. We see the behind shot of Jason. We just see the back of his head. He lifts up his mask to show them his face. And the kids are like, "Oh, it's okay, never mind," and just run away. I love that so much.
It's so good. And these are the same kids that we see in the opening of the film.
Yeah. And so Sean and Rennie go into a diner.
Oh, yeah. This is like very old, iconic New York City diner.
Unfortunately, it was real?
It was real.
Oh.
The Hastings Mill restaurant, located at 156 West Hastings Street. Apparently, it is now gone, but it was like an iconic diner.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they run into this diner and they tell the waitress, "A maniac is trying to kill us." And she goes, "Welcome to New York."
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a shit.
No one's helping. Jason busts in. And here, the people in the restaurant, like, they do kind of like notice him.
Yeah.
And then one of the staff tries to stop him, but Jason takes him out. And then this is when the rest of the patrons, they all just leave.
They're like, "Okay, well."
It isn't even like panic inducing. They're all just like, "Yeah, it's our time to leave."
They're probably annoyed. They're like,
like, here we go.
Another incident.
All right, I just wanted my eggs and bacon, but whatever, man.
I love how Jason breaks through this door because it wasn't locked. Like, you could have just opened it, but of course that would look weird if Jason's just like, "And turn the handle."
Yeah, because that would just kill that would
similar to Michael. Like, you gotta burst through the door.
That's right.
So I just want to talk about the cook that comes out to fight him because he comes out. He is taller than Jason. He is a giant man. I think he might be 7 feet tall. I could be mistaken, but he comes out and he says, "You son of a bitch." Jason yeets his ass into a wall, shattering a mirror. So the man that Jason throws into the mirror, his name is Ken Kersinger, who would go on to play Jason in Freddy vs. Jason.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he also doubles as Jason in a few shots in this film.
Shit, man. Very cool. All right. I love that.
So Sean and Rennie escape to the alley once again.
Back in the alley.
Back in the same alley.
And now they climb into...
It's like a time loop.
Also, isn't Jason like at the end of the alley waiting for them?
Yes.
He really is a teleporter in this.
No, I'm sorry. He's cornering them here. He corners them. He's not in the back of the alley.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
But still, he's teleported a lot in this.
He really has. But they climb down into the sewer. And then Jason follows them down into the sewer. It's super dark. It's wet. It's gross. Jason looks cool as fuck walking through the tunnels, all covered in slime, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
They run into like a sewer worker.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, you guys should probably get out of here because the sewer floods every night at midnight with toxic waste.
I wrote, what?
Why?
So I actually Googled this because I was like, this cannot be a real thing. And it's not. It is not a factual representation of New York City's sewer system now or before, which I figured, of course it can't be. But I was like, I just have to look this up because what?
It's crazy.
And so he also tells them they have 10 minutes to get out.
Right. You got 10 minutes, man.
And he's showing them how to get out.
Right. Jason shows up, kills the sewer worker.
Oh, yeah. He smashes him in the head with what looks like a wrench.
Something.
Yeah, we only see the shadow.
It's probably the tools that the worker has on him. And then he knocks out Sean. And he's about to kill him, but Rennie shines the flashlight in Jason's face. And she tells him he didn't get her in the lake and he isn't going to get her now.
Yeah.
And he seems up to that challenge.
Oh, yeah. It works.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's like, "Oh, yeah? All right, let's go."
I bet. and he starts following her. She finds a barrel of what looks like toxic waste because it's just rampant here. She's able to open it and also pick it up, which I was impressed by because there is no way that shit wouldn't be so heavy.
No, for real. And also, he doesn't run at all. Like,
No.
she's running and is just, it's so, I think that's another reason why I like this one so much is like Jason's actually terrifying.
Oh, yeah. And this part, I will say, it makes sense because she takes a while to open that barrel.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why he caught up to her.
Right.
And she's able to toss this in Jason's face.
Oh, my God. He, like, starts melting.
Oh,
He gets,
my
like,
gosh.
melty head.
He squeals like this inhuman scream.
His face looks, like, melted off, dude.
He pulls off his mask. We finally see his face. But, yeah, it's starting to melt.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it already looked like, I don't know, water bloated and dead.
But now it's, like, gaunt.
Yeah, gaunt. One of my favorite parts of each sequel is seeing what he's going to look like because it changes every time.
No, for sure, yeah. Rennie wakes up Sean and she kind of like pushes him up a ladder that will like take them up to the street, essentially. But the latch is stuck. And then Jason, who's not dead yet, melty but not dead, grabs Rennie's foot as Sean like wrestles with the gate. And the lights are like starting to swing, okay? Because the toxic waste is coming, all right? Something's coming, dude. Jason looks back in surprise, right? Because here comes the waste. And then we hear baby Jason begging his mother not to let him drown.
Yeah.
It's real dark.
Mommy, don't let me drown.
Water and like toxic waste start like, well, first water starts pouring out of his mouth.
Oh my gosh. I wrote, is that like a nervous vomit?
No, I think it's like because he drowned as a kid.
I think it's like a representation of that, right?
And then a tidal wave of toxic waste rushes into the tunnel and just like takes him out.
Oh my gosh.
Jason emerges from the toxic waste looking all like, I don't know, nasty.
Just more melted than before.
More melted. And then we see baby Jason. And the waste is on fire and lightning hits the Statue of Liberty.
Which does happen, by the way.
Crazy, really?
Yeah, it does. Oh. But yeah, the toxic waste basically melts him back into his childlike form.
Right. Yes. Like we look down and we see grown-up Jason has like morphed.
Into like, he's young Jason, right? He's
like baby. Yeah, he's like kid Jason. And he's like, look, it's actually real sad, honestly.
Yeah, and it's without the deformity on his face. And so,
yeah.
To me, it's like Rennie conquered her fear.
Yeah.
If you want to go that route.
Oh, I like that. Okay. But he's like dead against a pipe and it's actually like a really, like it's a sad visual.
Yeah.
It's just like this little kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then we see Jason's mask float off.
And the Jason like sounds that, you know, the iconic Jason sounds.
And then we see Rennie and Sean are wandering the streets of New York. They escape the sewer. Sean mentions going to the Statue of Liberty, gives her back her necklace. He did save it.
In my note, I said, he has her shitty gift and he gives it to her.
Imagine she's like, oh, you saved it.
Oh, you found it?
I'm so glad.
Thank you.
And though I will say on a good note, they find Toby.
Yeah, we think it's going to be like a jump scare because it's like a POV of something and then it ends up being Toby.
Yeah, like she sees something like, oh, it's Toby.
And then we got like the sweet 80s jazz music starts playing.
Oh, yeah. And pan out to the city. The end.
The end, man. It's like detective jazz music playing.
Yeah, I think it might be the same song from the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
But detective music is a good way to put it.
Right?
That's what that detective music is what I would imagine like a 90s New York vibe sounding like. So I think that just goes hand in hand. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, I will say I like this movie so much more after breaking it down like this scene by scene.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it's a wild ride. And
I love it.
Teleporting is a choice.
You know, I love it so much. I don't even mind. It's Jason. Jason has been resurrected so many times. Like, who cares how he gets from A to B?
Yes. At this point, we're in the 8th movie. People are coming to see Jason. They want to see crazy kills. I don't think anyone gives a shit.
Like, does anyone care about the logistics of it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, people who want to criticize it, yes. But
sure.
But the people that are coming to see Jason, they want to see Jason. And he looks fucking terrifying and badass in this movie.
Dude, he's scary. Kane Hodder is an awesome Jason.
He is.
He's terrifying.
So I have a fun fact about that. One of the last scenes where he throws up water.
Tell me.
So according to an interview with Fangoria magazine, Kane Hodder said that he vomited on cue in that scene.
Whoa.
Because he drank several pitchers of water. That was not some effect.
Whoa. He's such a badass.
He really is.
He's wicked. I love him so much.
I love that.
That's awesome. So apparently this had a fake working title.
Okay, yeah.
One of the titles was Ashes to Ashes.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jason Voorhees character was listed as Ethan on the call sheets.
Yes, I think Ashes to Ashes was a David Bowie song or album.
Oh, that's news. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
There was also another one called Burial at Sea. That was another fake title for this movie.
Mm.
Frank Mancuso Jr., who was an executive producer on a lot of the Friday the 13th movies. He was heavily involved in a lot of them. I guess he was the one that came up with New York City. They were talking about, Rob Hedden was talking about wanting to take him out of Crystal Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Mancuso Jr. was like, what about New York City? So thought that was kind of cool.
I love how that just sticks. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what about Jason Takes Manhattan? They're like, all right, yep, we're going to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a cool concept for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know also that they recasted the role of Sean?
I did read that, but I didn't write it down, I don't think.
So the original actor was Lee Coleman. And the director and producers didn't think he had enough chemistry with the actress that played Rennie.
Okay.
So they recasted him. And they had already done some stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that a
bummer?
bummer?
I didn't read all that. Yeah, that is a bummer.
It's a big fat bummer.
That's a bummer for the person who was originally cast, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I also read that this is the only Friday the 13th film to have a blooper reel
on
DVD.
Oh, that's cool.
And Blu-ray.
Dude, I just found a note. You know how we were asking about Miles?
Yeah.
I don't remember. We might have cut it out of the episode at this point, but we were discussing who this Miles character is. Apparently, he was an Olympic diver character that they completely cut.
Okay, I read something about a deleted scene where somebody is shown as an Olympic diver.
That's
but
him.
Do we ever meet Miles in this cut?
I wonder if Miles is maybe the guy that got yeeted off the...
I was wondering if he was one of the three guys that showed up with Julius
That's
and
what I'm thinking.
Wayne, because I did not get their names, and I'll look into it for the extended.
Love it. That's what I'm thinking.
And I really think I'm going to save most of our fun facts for the extended. Unless you have anything else that you want to add here.
It's just a couple of little things.
Yeah. Let us know.
So, like we were saying, a lot of it was filmed in Vancouver, which is in British Columbia in Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the city action took place in a 1-block area in Vancouver between Hastings and Pender Streets. The subway scenes were shot at Granville Station in Vancouver. And like I was saying earlier, the subway station that comes out onto Times Square was completely fake. They made that, which I think is just great.
Mm-hmm.
And the alley that they used for most of the alley scenes is in Vancouver's Gastown neighborhood, which was one of the oldest locations in the city that filmmakers would use to recreate New York City. So it wasn't just this movie that they used as New York City.
Right.
And then the production shot the dock stuff, when they make it to New York City, in an industrial section near downtown East Side in Vancouver as well. And the only reason I'm, explaining all of this is when I first watched Jason Takes Manhattan, obviously I knew that wasn't New York City. And I was so curious as to where exactly they were shooting it because it wasn't New York. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, I don't know. I'm interested in that. So I figured I would share that as well.
Side note, I can confirm Miles was the blonde kid.
Okay, there we go. So he was an Olympic diver, and apparently that all got cut.
Yeah, so he climbs the ship's mast, is what he was climbing, that pole I said earlier. Mm-hmm. And when he gets impaled, it's by the ship's radio antenna.
Oh, okay,
that is Miles.
V.C. Dupree, who plays Julius, this is my last little tidbit. Mm-hmm. He plays Julius the boxer. He didn't even know he was hired for a Friday the 13th movie until he showed up on set.
Amazing.
Because they kept it really kayfabe.
Right.
Which I understand because at this point, the franchise is humongous.
Yeah.
And they probably didn't want any leaks.
For sure.
So
if you want to hear more facts, because I have a list of them, join us on our Patreon extended episode for this. But before we do have also social media you can follow us.
Yes. And before we hop into the social media, I just wanted to say something really, really quick.
Oh, yeah.
If you are a fan of Dawn of the Dead, there's a mall in Pittsburgh, the Monroeville Mall, and it is set to be demolished.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I guess there are attempts to make it a historical landmark. Mm-hmm. This is where Dawn of the Dead was filmed. There is a museum inside the mall. Mm-hmm. There's a bust of George A. Romero in this mall. And AK and I have been talking about going, but I guess it was bought by Walmart.
Oh.
And anyway, I'm going to put all the links in the description. I believe there is a petition to save them all.
Yeah.
So if horror movies and horror landmarks and landmarks in general are important to you, I would say sign the petition if you can.
Yeah, let's save this mall, y'all.
Yeah, no, for real. It is. It's really cool. I went and I actually got like emotional.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead is one of my like all-time favorite movies. Like it's up there on my list. And going there and seeing like where they filmed stuff was like, I don't know, it like made me a little weepy.
Yeah.
So I really want them all to get saved. So we'll put all the links in the description.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can see all those links on not only the description, but also our social media at Chainsaw Girls Pod. We have Instagram, TikTok. Check us out there. We have a YouTube. If you're watching this, you already know. If you're not, you can watch it on YouTube.
Heck yeah. You can also email us at chainsawgirlspod@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys. And we have a Patreon. We're going to shout out our top tier patrons.
Yes, like we always do every episode. All right, we got Adam VL, Adrian G, Alexis T, back in 1996, Chris S, David T, Franchise Driller, Heather D, James C, John M, John W, Jolene, Jonathan W, Josh N, Millie C, and Rob V. Thank you so much for all of your support. We love you so much.
We appreciate you guys.
Okay, bye.